What's up, everybody?
Here we are all together as we sing our song.
How's everybody this evening? Rosie and Tracy and Regular Guy Barbecue and Eric and Kelly and
Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. There we go. Now we can play. I had to get my phone to turn on.
Are y'all in the studio?
Nicole.
Tracy, thanks. Kelly, Rosie, everybody. Doug's in there. I know Brother Tim is in there. Oh, shut up, Dave. Man. Every time I go on here, I forget to turn that off.
That's because you're awesome.
First listed with a picture of you with someone. Hey, that's my mascot. That's a.
Tim, it says your device is not connected, sir.
What?
Tim is in the studio.
Oh. Over there.
There he is.
There he is. Where?
Tim!
Hey! Hey!
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
So, right before I went to come on live, guys, my two boys was acting like donkeys. So, they're over here behind me touching their toes.
Tenderheart. Hey.
Go. And y'all act the fool the rest of the night. Y'all ain't going to be happy, I promise you. Tenderheart. Miss Pam. How's everybody? Tim, you doing good tonight? Y'all been out dancing in the streets and stuff, I heard.
Out what?
Y'all was dancing in the streets? Or just in the dining room?
Yeah.
And here's another one. I gotta ship this one out though.
Yeah, that was going to Ohio, right? Why don't you just wait till September? Aren't they coming there next month?
Unfortunately, our paths will not cross as soon as we'd hoped. We've got Michelle's got work, and then we got family, like a family function. Let's just say that. I can't spill the beans too much.
Understand.
Yeah.
Understand. Miss Gladys, how are you tonight?
Hi, Gladys.
Hello, Gladys. How is everybody? Good? Awesome.
Yeah.
I know I'm great.
It's a finger puppet.
Today was good.
Miss Lori, how are you today? Yeah,
Hi,
well,
Lori.
we had a good day today. We went and cleaned out a storage unit, mostly. So that was fun, not being able to breathe very well and the dust involved. So, we got her done, though, for the most part. I got to run back down there Monday and get a couple more empty boxes and a little small table and a couple other odds and ends, but the majority of it's in the back of my truck. So
Sweep the floor, I suppose, that kind of thing.
right.
I think those things you got are real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know the one is definitely a horn, because you can see it's hollow and everything and shaped just like a horn, but I don't know whether it's a cow horn or an elephant tusk or what. Now the other one is on like a black piece of wood and is like mounted onto the piece of wood.
Just take a good couple good pictures and send them to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to that sale today.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It went good for a lot of people.
Y'all didn't get one?
No.
Why not?
You'll be able to see the video. Just trust me when I say no.
I understand.
But there was a couple we were sort of interested in, but it was work. It was a lot of work.
Hey, Miss Brenda.
And there was one that would have been right up your alley, Mickey.
Yeah. It didn't have a lot of stuff in it, or was it full of fish and stuff?
It was probably 10 by 20 or maybe bigger.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things they put on the back of a truck, looked like a semi back
Right.
box, like the box.
Sleeper cab. The sleeper cab.
No, like the semi part. They pick it up, put it on the train, take it off the train.
A container.
Oh, container. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
A
big.
Connex box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that would have
want
been a pain
those.
in the ass to move.
it had nothing but pumps and motors in it.
Yeah, that was good scrap.
Oh
Scrap.
yeah, it was good scrap, all right.
The whole Connex box and all.
I just it wasn't stacked up. They were all sitting side by side by side, like rows of them.
Yeah.
All
That's all right.
all medical equipment, pumps and motors
Stainless.
for
Yeah.
like breathing machines, breathing apparatuses. I mean, I don't know, but a couple of the boxes they had brand new ones sitting there in the box. I looked up the box on the one, and it was like several $100s for just.
Ain't cheap.
You can't sell them,
Right.
No.
so all we could have done was scrap them.
Or donate them.
No, they wouldn't have even accepted them donated.
Really?
I don't believe. I
Well,
really don't believe.
There's still scrap in there. There's still money in that.
Yep.
But that's
They're all scrap.
what we would have got for scrap. But we just right now we don't have the time.
No.
Yeah.
No,
We're leaving Thursday morning. One unit was a 10 by 30, and in the video, you'll hear it in the video. The video, the owner of the facility actually said, "This is the deal. The guy has always had this unit come up for auction several times. He's always paid. The last time he paid, he said, I can't lose this unit. I need the stuff that's in there. The stuff that's in there, I don't want to lose. Okay, guess what?
He lost it.
But we would have bought it.
Yeah.
It was 10 by 30. It wasn't completely packed, but there was some really nice antique stuff.
I think that unit that we're working on has got a couple nice antiques in it. Those pieces I showed y'all, and then it's got a couple of the bamboo Chinese umbrellas, the hand painted umbrellas, and stuff like that.
I think you'll do okay.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a video, but it was a $10 unit, so I mean, I'm pretty sure
you ain't gonna lose. You
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
gonna lose anything. So
That's what I'm talking about.
Folks, sometimes when you go to storage auctions or you look at storage units, you just look at it and you're just like, no, I just can't do it. You know, you got
right.
you got to cut your end somewhere. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, see how we know that we was gonna have COVID and to get the $10 storage unit, we probably wouldn't have messed with that.
Understand?
Because I mean, it was quite a fun task loading it, and like then again, if it wasn't for my two boys, I mean, it wouldn't have got done. I mean,
Right.
my two boys are my operation, plain and simple.
You need the hands though, man. That's it.
Yep.
Well, 10 by 30, we just couldn't do it right now.
Yeah.
No way.
This is a 10 by 15.
3 trips, you know. And with us leaving town Thursday, there's no way.
Yeah.
I found a small stuffed animal bird from Clifford the Red Dog. That's pretty cool.
I'm not even sure if I remember what that is. I remember the dog, but
Oh yeah,
I remember the dog.
I did. I watched that.
Yeah, he liked that jersey, man.
I can see the gleam in his eye, man.
Yep.
He was digging that.
Man, you should have seen him all day. He was running around the house, because we didn't do that. We didn't do the video till late in the evening,
Right.
and he was running around the house. Man, I can't believe it. I got fan mail. I
I don't have fan mail.
Never. I haven't either. I only got the first fan mail in the house.
fan mail. We got mail though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get all the bills and all the political crap and the newspaper. That's the mail I get.
We actually got a package sent to our post office box the other day.
Oh, good.
Yep. We got plates from Tracy Cakes already.
Nice. I gotta write that down. I think I got it on one of my boxes out there, but I gotta get that. I gotta get that address.
That looks like my brother.
No, here's his brother. That's his brother.
She went and helped us with the storage unit today too. She actually sat in the car most of the time, but she still wouldn't help.
Oh my goodness, Tracy Cakes, that's funny.
Oh, yeah. she sent us that. I was laughing my head off when she said that. She sent us a video moving the box.
Oh yeah, Tracy Cakes, they made it fine. They were
That was
fine.
fantastic.
That's going to be great. They're going to be going through the post office for
That's you.
They'll probably open it or blow it up, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Go on the
great.
Bob Squad.
Make sure you put insurance on it.
That's great. I loved that. That was so funny when I
That
saw
makes
it.
me want to go buy something and just ship it to you so it'll make noise through the mail.
Well, I was trying to do that today. I just I found the Scooby-Doo stuffed something or other that makes noise, and the batteries are dead, of course. So I wanted to get new batteries in it and test it, make sure it worked and everything like that. And I didn't have those watch batteries. I'm like, no, I wanted to make it go in the box, have that thing just going on the whole way there.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I'm just reading what Lori said there about that thing she got for 50 cents and comps are.
Man, I need to go up and go picking where Lori's at, man. Lori found some great deals.
No
right
kidding.
there.
No
That's
kidding.
pretty good.
Did you share the salt and pepper shaker that you got last week with Troy or with Tim? She got these little bluebird ones. They're about this tall. I mean, they were awesome.
Oh yeah?
I think she said she paid like $2 for them,
Wow.
and then she comped them on eBay, and they're like $165 or $155 or something like that.
Wow.
No wonder people collect those things. Holy moly.
Right?
Wow.
I always pass over the salt pepper shakers.
But I mean, yeah, they were beautiful, and the ones she said the ones that she comped wasn't even as nice as the ones that she had. The ones she had were like mint condition, perfect condition.
Well, we had a good sale this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever seen a Pokemon Mini. Okay. It's about this
Pokemon
big.
Mini?
Pokemon Mini.
Yeah.
It's a little handheld LCD thing about this big. And you can get up to 10 different cartridges for it. And they play different games. It came out in like 2001, I think it was. Well, I bought this thing years ago for my daughter at a garage sale for like $1. And I never thought anything of it. And apparently she didn't either because the thing had been sitting in her room in a box for the last 10 or 15 years, whatever.
Wow.
And she's been cleaning her room and trying to do her thing and this and that. And she pulls this thing out and goes, Dad, do you have any idea what these are worth? And then she tells me the story of buying it because I didn't remember. Well, I sold it last night for $100.
Nice.
I was like, holy.
Too bad you didn't have the foresight to buy 20 of them when you bought that one. Right?
No, I mean, I'd have bought more than one if they had more than one, but I wouldn't have.
Just think we had all the knowledge. Just think we had all the knowledge today when we were 16 or 17.
If I'd have had the knowledge of now, if I'd have had that 10 years ago with Pokemon, you guys would never see me.
Right.
I would own an island right now. All the stuff that I sold over the years.
Yeah, you've been lucky, Lori. I need to come out there and go pick it with Lori sometime.
Just the stuff you gave away, probably, barbecue.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Just think of all the scrap metal you thrown away since you were 16 now.
Oh yeah, there's no question. But a lot of times what I do is there's a guy that's homeless that runs around here, but he does have a truck. And he lives in his truck, but he scraps. And he'll stop by and check out my rummage sales and that or whatever. But a lot of times I'll take a tote that's got like a hole in it or something that I get out of a storage unit, and I'll take bits and pieces of metal and just throw it in there and, throw him a bone a little bit, that kind of thing. But I got 3 bins started now in my backyard, so.
You ought to see our pile.
I'm going to tell you both from personal experience, aluminum cans aren't worth the headache.
Ever since Mickey was on and gave that class, she's been crazy.
I bought another camera today.
That's what
and
you're doing, right?
Well, I bought another microphone too, but I haven't got it hooked up yet. Mostly because I ran out of USB ports.
I got external speaker. That's what
I need two. One over here.
Yeah,
One over here.
You know what else we found today? A nice laptop.
Oh.
HP laptop.
Oh.
Looks like it's almost brand new. It's still even got the foam in between the screen and the keys.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Nice.
That's fine, Tracy Cake.
That'll work.
Yeah, it was nice. Bring me my phone.
I got one I got to get rid of. I got to get rid of this one.
Yeah, that's kind of like the one. No, the one I'm on is a Gateway. I was about to say that's kind of like the one I'm on.
Yeah. I've got it up and running real nice and whatever, but I don't like Windows 10. I hate it. So I want to get rid of it. You got a microphone to get rid of too.
Yeah.
Clean all that junk out. There's my new one. I haven't got it put in yet though. That's my new one.
Nice.
But
that's the microphone?
Yeah. Just a cheap one, like $25 or something. Yeah. Yeah, we got a Rockville. I like that one. 5 for both, yeah. That ain't happening.
It's not plugged in.
Yeah. Like I said, what I'm going to do is I got this. And I think this will help me out quite a bit.
Eric, quit being a cheapskate, Eric. Jeez, man. You can't get everything for $1 or $5.
You can try.
You can sure try.
I guess that's where the bits start, is where Eric starts.
Yeah. So I found this in the storage unit. It's a multi-USB port box, and you plug it into the power and then plug it into that, and then you can do 4 USBs in it. So I think I'm going to mount this on my table in here, and then I can run all my lights to that.
Right.
I have the camera and just the cameras and the microphone plugged into
You're
that.
right, Eric. It don't hurt to try. And also, if y'all don't mind, can y'all go share this on y'all social media? Because we got to get our little show up to 100 people at least. You know, this is an unsanctioned show, but we need y'all to share it out so everybody gets their little, their little plugs in and all. So we can get more than 13 people in our chat.
Yep. Take it easy, Rosie. We'll see you later.
Go share it on social media first, Rosie.
Yeah.
Little Nitro. I ordered Nicole's last night, I think.
Cool.
Nice.
So hopefully that'll be there before Wednesday because we're going to hit 100 Wednesday.
I hope we hit 150 Wednesday.
I'd be all right with that.
And then we can just go ahead and eat the gummy live.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll just put the hammer down and go.
That's right.
I'm all right with that.
Eric, it's all right if you're cheap, buddy. I'm cheap too, man.
Hey, everybody's got to be something.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cheap too, Eric.
Many prayers for our Louisiana friends.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it the last 10 hours probably.
And then it's going to go right up into Tennessee where they're flooding out already in Tennessee.
Yeah, what they have like 6 inches of rain in like an hour the other day. Some crazy stuff like that. I thought we had a bad a couple weeks ago.
So did y'all ever end up getting any rain last night?
Yeah.
Did you?
We got a sprinkle.
It rained all day and all night. I quit today. It tried a few spits earlier today, but I can't mow my lawn, and because even when it doesn't rain, even when it don't rain,
500.
Yeah.
You can put your lawn with hip waders on.
Well, my problem is I got that battery operated mower.
Uh-huh.
And it cuts great. but it don't like wet grass at all.
Oh, I hear you.
I mean, most mowers don't anyway, but that one really hates it. And with the humidity has been as high as it has this summer, you go out there in the morning, the grass don't dry out till 2 o'clock. And by that time, it's raining.
Right.
So you're kind of screwed.
I hear you. Yes, Lori.
And get out there with a roll of paper towels and dry it off quicker in the morning.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And almost in the same spot, too.
Darn near.
Yeah. Probably within like 50 miles or something.
They said it did some kind of jiggy thing, and when it did that, it actually increased in intensity.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I haven't watched it this afternoon. I used to study meteorology when I was young and smart.
Right.
Yeah, you get a wind current or a low pressure center or anything like that, cause that thing to wobble a little bit, and it keeps it out over that 90-degree water. And it don't take long to feel one of them bad boys up.
Yeah.
See, I used to study that meteorology stuff whenever I was doing herbicide for the state.
You had to.
And I mean, I can tell you within 30 minutes of a rainstorm. I mean,
I can smell that.
Right. Yeah. Right. But I mean, you know, I had to do all that paperwork and stuff like that and keep up with it.
Yeah.
But since I haven't been working, I don't even care. I walk outside, it's raining.
Is my head wet? Yep, it's raining.
That's right.
That's like the Norwegian weather barometer is a rock that you hang on a stick out in your backyard.
Yeah.
If it's hot, it's sunny. If it's wet, it's raining. If it's cold, it's snowy. And if it's gone, the neighbor took it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Or a bad storm come.
Yeah.
Ghost hunting. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Thank you, Lori. Eric, I don't think a ghost hunting channel would be a bad idea. I think there's a place in upstate South Carolina that's got one of those. It's a Facebook group. I don't know about Omar, Eric.
You see my pile of boxes?
Yeah.
We see your pile.
That's Miss Q's.
Wow. How's she doing? You talked to her today?
I didn't. I think Christy did.
Yeah. But as long as somebody did, we know she's still good.
I'm sure.
Yep. She's percolating.
She's one of them tough gals. I'm sure she's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we had an interesting morning today. We were going to go up and go to Madison, but I didn't feel good enough to drive today. Then we found out about 2 hours before it happened that the store that used to be a block away from us, they shut down a few years ago. It was a Piggly Wiggly at one time and a few things before that back into the 30s. And then it was another grocery store after the Piggly Wiggly went bankrupt. But they closed a few years ago, and they've sold the building to the food pantry in the area. So there was a guy there today starting at 10 o'clock selling off odds and ends shelves that they weren't going to use for the food pantry and old office furniture and stuff like that. I went in there and I got all these plastic containers, these throwaway, like Tupperware, but the thin throwaway plastic ones that you get at the deli. $2 for a case. I bought 15 cases. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll take everything you got.
So they're like the plastic ones that they put the rotisseries in? Or
yeah, like that. All the different size ones with the little dividers in them. And the ones. Yeah, I got 15 cases of them.
Nice.
For $30. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them all.
My buddy had a bunch of the ones that the little grape tomatoes went in.
Yeah.
And it was like some kind of high-priced grape tomatoes. They came in 12 trays. Mm-hmm. And we bought a bunch of them and put quail eggs in them. So quail eggs.
Yep, that would work real good for those.
They're perfect quail eggs.
Yeah, but you've seen the kind of food spreads we do out here.
Oh,
yeah. When people want to take leftovers home and divide things up so everybody gets some, they're always taking my good Tupperware home.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I tell them bring their own packaging.
Well, I got enough till the cows come home now, man.
Yeah.
It filled up a fourth of my trailer.
It's not the point though.
Well, I know, but they always bring them back.
Yeah, see, I've got a different demeanor than you do. If I spend all day cooking, which at your house y'all do a lot of potlucks and everybody cooks together.
Yeah.
But if I spend all day, cooking Boston butts or ribs or a pig or whatever, and then my wife spends all day in the house making the sides and whatnot, you can at least bring your own container to take it home.
Well, we do on Thanksgiving. We take them over to my boy's house. We show up with an appetite and Tupperware.
That's right. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
In case anybody didn't know, Olin Sands right there in the chat is my wobble baby. That's my video boy.
That's the football star.
Yep. Have I ever told y'all his Dabo Sweeney ball?
No.
Olin, bring me your Dabo Sweeney ball.
Tracy, I don't think I have clamshells in there so much as they're more like the ones you'd get, like if you go into Walmart and they have like the popcorn chicken, and they put it in a little container for you, stuff like that.
Do they have the black bottoms or are they the clear bottoms?
The black bottoms.
Yeah, so they're just like the ones for the rotisserie chickens at Walmart.
Yep, just the different shapes and sizes. Yeah.
Nice.
I think there's one case of clear ones, but like I had a whole case of clear lids for the triple divided ones. It's about this big.
Be careful with that door.
Lori Hayes, check with look on Sam's Club. I get boxes really cheap at Sam's Club. Really cheap.
Wow, look at that. A Clemson ball, too.
Here, let me full screen it, Cokie.
Full screen you. There he goes. That's really awesome.
And I mean, Dabo Sweeney sent this to him.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's got his name signed, everything. Dabo
yeah. Stay strong and keep the faith.
Yep, all in.
Yep.
So, yeah. His, what was it, second grade teacher? His first grade teacher, Gi-Ohcards.
Eric said 25.
In your dreams, buddy. You can't even buy the dust off the box for $25. He said wait until he goes to Clemson, and then whenever he gets professional, then he might say the dust for $25.
You could let him lick the box for 25, maybe.
No.
Just drag.
No.
No, because they think it's his, I suppose. Yeah.
He might mess the insignia or something up.
No, just the box, not the ball.
Acid slobber. No. I'm saying, you ever got cardboard wet? It swells up. Nope.
It's true. Then you make him dry tongue, pat it off.
Yes, that's right.
Now get out. Go back to Florida.
Stick it in the stove first. You got off.
Yeah. See, the good news, bad news for Tracy, like doing cupcakes and that. If you're doing a dozen cupcakes, that's going to be the same size every time, relatively speaking. So you can buy a lot of the same size boxes. The problem is, where do you get them where you don't break the bank? Right.
And Miss Ann Olin is feeling a lot better. The kids are all feeling a lot better. They still got a little cough. Me and Nicole, because we are smokers, and obviously a respiratory illness is harder on a smoker. So I mean, we're doing good though. You know, we're still alive. We're still happy and smiling, and still doing storage units and bringing videos. So we're
still being on the YouTube live.
That's right. We're still rolling, so it's all good.
Yep.
But the kids are doing much better. Callista's cough has calmed down a lot. Olin's cough has calmed down a lot.
Good.
So, yep, everybody good.
Good.
So,
yeah.
I'm hoping me and Nicole get on the same. Here, my buddy wants to get on camera with me. Let me slide over with him a little bit.
Yeah. Get him.
I don't know.
Hi, PJ.
Hey.
This is my little buddy right here.
Good kid.
He is a good kid, but he's got this pre-teenager attitude right now, and it makes me just want to.
Yeah, but hey, let's be honest here, though. Who didn't have that? Liar.
I ain't gonna lie. I was a mama's boy, man.
Yeah, but when you weren't around Mama, you were doing everything else. And Mom, guess what? Oh, that don't count. Okay.
Yeah, when Mama didn't know, it didn't matter. Alpha.
Alpha, what's up, man?
Where's Omega?
Hey, I'm gonna run. I just got on for a few minutes.
No, you're good, man. I figured you wouldn't even come on at all because you'd be.
Yeah, we knew y'all had a long day.
Man.
I've been going all day, and it's just been.
I'm just proud the cool kids come and hung out with us for a minute, man.
I don't know about cool kids, but you know.
You are the
Hey,
cool kids,
I want to say this though. Guapo is on time.
I seen that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Honky passed out like a rock star.
And Guapo wasn't wearing Crocs.
Yeah, he had on sneakers.
Yes, he did.
White sneakers.
That's the second time I've ever seen him in sneakers.
Yep.
That was scary.
Yeah, it was funny because he went into the one unit to pull something out to say, "Hey, I saw this in there." He thought it was something else, but it turned out to be something else. But coming out is one shoe he had to pull back on because it wasn't coming off.
Good to Guapo.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
All right.
Have a good night, folks. Have a good night.
Thanks for coming on, Tim.
Thanks for being here. I will be on next time longer. I promise.
No, you're good.
Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah,
This is my buddy right here, man.
that's right. Yeah, so we also picked up what else did we get today? We got a rolling office chair for like $2.
Hey, this one I'm sitting in right now. This nice cushiony one I'm sitting in right now.
Yeah,
Is a storage unit find.
nice.
It's awesome. I love it.
This one I got underneath me right now was an office find
Nice.
when my wife came home to work.
Extras, huh?
Well, you got to get some kind of a.
They call that profit sharing.
Yes, that's what it is.
Profit sharing.
But here's the ironic thing about that. They sent all this equipment home for her. And I've got, this whole office set up in here. And she parts ways with that company. And they said, well, we need the confidential critical stuff back. The computer.
Yet, right?
Huh?
They still haven't sent the boxes?
No.
Wow.
It's been
That's
2 months.
crazy.
2 months. They were talking like, well, we don't need the battery backup thing because by the time they pay to ship that, they could buy a new one. The monitor's the same thing, whatever. So I'm probably going to set up like Eric in here eventually once the monitors are mine. But the computer is sensitive. The telephone with the VPN is sensitive stuff. And here we sit with this stuff waiting to get created up and sent back.
Eric, I could never justify paying $1,100 for a chair.
No.
My wife's 2010 Chevy Malibu, I paid $1,200 for. There's no way in ever that I would pay $1,100 for a chair.
Well,
it would have to. Let me rephrase that. Unless it was medically necessary.
Yeah. I paid $17 for mine, but it's the love seats with the center and the cooler and the.
He's talking about his computer chair, man.
No, I thought he was talking about that auto recliner he's got with the one that scratches his butt for him.
Isn't that his computer chair?
Well, might be. I don't know.
Isn't that your computer chair, Eric? Got the refrigerator and the fucking. Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Hey, wait.
Beep.
Let me give you a hand.
It's got the heated seat and the microwave oven built into the arm.
Yeah. And the built-in butt scratcher.
Miss Gladys, you don't ever you want to come on live with us?
Yeah, why not? She never on. Then she can share her root beer and peanut butter.
Right.
I'm in for peanut butter. I went without it for a week. I was having withdrawals.
What?
I went without peanut butter for a whole week. I just kept forgetting to get it every time I was at the store, and I was going through withdrawals.
Man, let me tell you, me and my mom, when my mom was still alive, We love our coffee so much. My mom had 6 cans of coffee delivered. It was on auto ship every month.
The big.
Yeah, the big, the
Yeah.
blue Maxwell House
Yeah,
containers.
yeah.
Every month, 6 cans, auto ships from Dollar General. that's my that is the only vices in life I have are my children, my wife, my coffee, and my cigarettes. My vices.
I'm down to 2.
Yeah, your
Yep.
children and your wife. What, Olin? You did what, Olin?
And you didn't share?
Are you joking me, Levine?
Whoa, nice find, Brenda. Look at that.
So, Miss Gladys, why not? We don't mind if you're bedridden. You can keep the camera on your face.
That don't matter.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Listen, you got nothing to prove to us. We don't judge anybody for anything. We're just here to have friends and have fun. And that's
And
it.
you know what, Miss Gladys? It might make you smile more. You
Yeah.
know?
It'd be a lot different talking to us in person than it is talking to us through the chat.
Yeah, I mean, we're no kind of superstars or anything like that. Yeah, Lori Hayes comes on all the time.
Right. No, we're bigger clowns when you talk to us for real than
We
you do
just
in the
like to
chat.
have fun. All of us had ice cream. Wait a minute.
I didn't.
I did not. I'm not part of all of y'all this time.
Where's mine?
Where's Troy's?
What the hell?
No.
Beep.
Yeah, I've been trying to finish cleaning up in here, and I'm finding a lot of things I forgot I had. Like that. It's
Yeah.
okay to be camera shy. I used to hide when I was a kid.
Lori, you do not need dairy-free ice cream. See, what you need is to build up your immunity to the problem you have.
I've been trying for 20 years.
You just need to eat a lot of it real quick.
I've been trying that for 20 years too.
All right,
yeah.
let's go play us a song.
Huh?
You got TikTok?
No.
You should get TikTok.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yep, absolutely awesome stuff right here, Miss Brenda. You see Olin back here behind me, Miss Brenda?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you have lactose intolerance. My 21-year-old son also has that problem.
Me too.
He's actually worked through it a good bit. He's learned to tolerate it a lot.
How's this?
No, that's a Timex. There's a difference.
This is not a Timex.
It's okay. I mean, it's the difference between that and a TikTok.
But it goes TikTok. Don't that count?
No. Nope.
Ah! I thought I had it solved.
Nope. But I think you would really enjoy TikTok, man. Some of the stuff on there is stupid funny. Most of the funny stuff, I mean, some of the funny stuff I always send you anyway.
Yeah.
But some of that stuff on there, man, is just super funny. And I think you would have a ball with it.
Well, my daughter shows it to me pretty regularly. Like when we went up to Rochester, Minnesota to buy that storage unit that one time not long ago. She had it on and was showing these videos and they're funny, but like I usually got time to sit down and watch all that stuff. My biggest problem is if I do turn it on, I'm not going to turn it off, and then I ain't getting nothing done.
And see, that's my problem. I'll sit down and I'll start watching it, and I'll just sit there and flick. So I'm gonna full screen me again real quick.
Full screen me.
What do y'all think about this design I made?
I like it.
Any thoughts or anything anybody in the chat would do different? Before I start posting it everywhere? So Laura, you can't have butter or anything. Like real butter, you can only have like margarine, stuff like that.
Basically, what the thing says, it's a picture of the lemurs in the background, and on the top it says Lemur Palooza, 12-hour auction, 4 hours of KT, 4 hours of barbecue, 4 hours of the drinks. That's
Right.
not what it says. It's just a rough draft to start with.
Well, I mean, I was gonna go ahead and start posting that. You know, that's why I was asking what anybody thought. You know, I thought about coloring the writing on it, but if I color the writing, then it's gonna take away from the white on the lemur.
Could you outline the letters, like with red or something?
I mean, I'm not computer savvy enough to know anything about doing that. You know, I mean, I guess I could take and send it to you know, somebody who knows how to do that stuff.
Yeah, that's way beyond my understanding of anything. I don't know how to deal with any of that stuff. you got a heck of a lot. I'd have drew on my phone with a crayon to get that far, you know.
But Robbie's supposed to be sending KT and them a
The thumbnail
yeah,
stuff,
picture.
pieces for it, yeah. Then that's cool. You know, the way I look at it, the more things we can get out there, the better.
Right.
I might even get on my daughter about doing some of that stuff. See if I can get her to actually put something together.
Right.
Just so we got something with the same words and the same information, just a variety of pictures to draw interest. You know.
I think that's spelled right, man. I ain't no damn speller. I don't know how to spell having. I think it's spelled right.
That's right. That's right.
See, let me tell you, man. Whenever I write stuff like that, it gets twisted up in my brain, and then I write it and it don't look right, and then I'll delete it, rewrite it, and eventually I'll just jumble it all up, mess it up, and just get tired of messing
Right,
with
and here you were right the first time.
it. Right.
Yep.
So,
Been there, done that. I do that in a lot of my listings, trying to differentiate between like a water pitcher and a pitcher you hang on the wall. I'll look at one, I'll write one of them in there and go, what? And then no, that's not right. And then I do the other one. No, that ain't right either.
right.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet, Tracy.
Miss Brenda, yeah, I don't know whether he's contributed anything to the auction or not, but
I think he should come on at least for the first 10 minutes of each section.
yeah, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, just to show some love or whatever. Yeah. And some
It'd be
point
nice
during
for
the auction, I mean, I know he's a busy guy.
Oh yeah, he's got his hands full every day.
And Miss Brenda, I don't know which channel you want to go on, but KT is going to be morning. Barbecue guys will be the afternoon, and then I'm going to be the third shift of it. And if you want to come on and put stuff in all three auctions, by all means.
But just let him know. Let KTs know as soon as you can, kind of like what time area you want to be in. If you want to be in more than one, I'm okay with that.
I'm not want to be ugly or nothing, but it's almost midnight, close to midnight, and they need to settle down. I was hopeful to stay down.
You think you're going to sit right here by me?
But I can't tell when, and they're not wrong.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, matter of fact, I think KT and them has Robbie's phone number.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get them to talk to him about it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, here's the thing, gang. When you look at the auction train that we did, and you look at the number of sellers that came on there, which was amazing, we're probably going to run into running out of slots. That's my opinion. And I can't say for sure, But if we're going to do 20 to 30-minute slots for each seller, we will eventually have to stop and say we can't take any more sellers, or it's going to be a 16-hour auction or whatever. We're going to be tired already.
Well, I mean, you know, in reality, I don't know how it's going to happen and turn out.
No.
But personally, if my slot runs longer than 4 hours, I'm not going to get mad. I mean, I will
No.
you know. And see, what I was already thinking is, you know, even if KT, you know, doesn't finish with her people, she can keep right on rolling, and you can come on and start with yours.
Right.
Done, and then, you know, same thing with you and your auction.
She might want to break after 4 hours. She can send them on to
You have to go on a list and slot. You have like 30-minute slot. So, like, basically for each hour, there's going to be 5 sellers. So for the 4 hours, there'll be basically 20 sellers.
Okay.
No.
What?
3.
3?
Well, if we go 30 minutes, if we go 30-minute slots, it'll be 2 sellers an hour. But I think it'll be 3 sellers an hour, whatever. But
I was thinking 100. I don't know why.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. But it'll
It's your wife's fault.
But here's the way I'm seeing it is in my opinion, anybody that contacts them should get 1 slot, whatever they want for their slots. And then if there's, after so much time, if there's only 15 of the 30 slots filled, then let people have a second slot and so on.
Right.
That's my opinion that we should do.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a great time. And, I mean, 12 hours, I'm sure that we're not even going to put a dent hardly in his thing, what he needs. But do it.
I don't know. I mean, you've seen what Nightmare's done last Friday.
Yeah.
And he did it with a little notice.
Right.
Now imagine they've got over a month or almost a month to figure ours out.
Yeah.
You know, and there's 3 of us plugging it.
Do you know Robbie's got a Facebook?
I can't tell you the answer to that.
Can you see if Robbie's got a Facebook? What is the name of his place? Swamp Brothers, right? Maybe look up Swamp Brothers or Get Swamped.
Yeah, Lori's got a point. We do have to plan for computer issues to happen. Like I know when like Tracy had power outages up there the day of the auction train, and she tried to come on early and something went wrong, so we brought her in later, and we can do that too. You know, we'll just okay, they're having a problem with their computer. We'll skip over to the next person and come back to them. Yeah, absolutely.
Swamp Brothers.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Kelly, you have a Facebook also?
Yeah, she got her first video up today, she said.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook?
Yep.
On YouTube?
On YouTube.
She has a
Kelly
has
Yeah, that's usually what we'll do. I think what he tried to do on Monday is you always have we're bringing in so-and-so next, and you're so-and-so, you're the person after them, so be ready. And, go through the stuff ahead of time and say, have your stuff laid out on your table for your first lot. Boom, boom, boom,
Right.
boom. Be ready to go.
I know you got a Facebook, Eric. You're already my Facebook friend.
Yeah, he is Facebook.
Miss Brenda, you know what we found in our storage unit we've been cleaning out today? A autographed Jeff Gordon license tag.
Oh, nice.
I think that was the only piece of NASCAR memorabilia in the whole thing. Was one autographed Jeff Gordon license tag. But I mean, we haven't gone through all the boxes. You've been to the storage unit. We skimmed through the boxes, made a video, and if we find anything else awesome,
then you show it in a recap or whatever.
right?
Yeah, more times than not, we don't even go through anything.
Yeah, there is a lot of Chinese
like
decorations and things like that.
Was that a table that was in the front there that you showed me? Was that a
Yeah.
table? That's
Yeah.
nice.
It is nice.
I
And
like
it's
that.
sturdy too because I sat on it all day the other day.
Are you sure that wasn't an engine stand?
I don't think an engine weighs as much as I do. You know, general like V8 or something like that, it's smaller, doesn't weigh as much as me.
Right.
If you get up to like the Cummins and big truck engines,
Yeah.
that might be a different story.
Would people need more than 10 or 15 minutes at a time slotting, not doing it to make money, so may have as
I
many.
can see you, Miss Brenda. Of course I can see you, Miss Brenda. I didn't see you. Yeah, it's going to be 4 hours per channel, Avery. It's going to be KT starting at 8 a.m. to 12, and then Troy's going to take over at 12 and go till 4 p.m., and then I'm going to take over at 4 and go to 8 p.m. And we were just talking, you know, if like the sellers that KT has go over, then you know it's okay if it goes on to Troy's time. He can still start at his 4 or 12 o'clock time.
Or I can just wait till they get done and we just push everything back a few minutes. It's not that big of a deal. We don't need to be, like, I don't expect it to be 12:01 and they punch the clock and get out and then I get in. You know what I mean?
No, that's the way it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
So Tracy brought up a point, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what she means by it. Would people need more than 10 or 15 minutes in a time slot, not doing it to make money, so may not have as many items? That is one thing we have been discussing, is trying to do smaller lots, perhaps.
We're going to try to be done.
Like jewelry lots are huge, and they take a long time.
Lori, I will never behave. I am sorry. It's not going to happen. Nope.
We're just trying to find that happy middle ground, Tracy, where we have enough time for people to do decent lots and show their wares properly, where they can get the maximum dollar for them, yet not crowd the camera up for the whole time frame. So it may have to be a thing where you got either less lots or smaller lots.
Tell them again, Tim.
Yeah, he is right now.
That's because I'm in the public.
Yeah. You ought to hear him when he's not on camera. Jeez.
Lori hears me a lot of times when I'm not on camera.
Oh, I know.
I talk to Lori almost as much as you, but not quite.
Yeah. I understand.
I can honestly say I probably talk to you probably a third less than my wife, but you're right under my wife.
I take that as an honor.
Huh?
I take that as an honor.
Yeah, man, you're an awesome guy, man, for real. Yeah, and she's around me all the time, man.
Oh, I see what Tracy's saying. Tracy, you're right. They may or may not need more than 10 minutes. Let's try to compare a few things from the auction train. You take a look at Callie Luis. His lots had only a few pieces each one, so it was very easy for him to show them very quickly and to get the bids moving and all that kind of thing. When you bring out like a jewelry lot or a Beanie Baby lot, it takes a long time to even show all the pieces.
So we're starting to bid off on this, and you know they wait about a minute per lot, you know,
right? Yeah,
and then they flip it, boom,
right.
Next person.
Yeah, and what I think where she's after is we were trying to make money for ourselves that day,
right?
So you want to give extra time so they can make as much as they can. I think the same principle does apply here, though we're just making it for Robbie instead. You know. And we're probably going to have a lot more people in the chat that day and night, than we had at the auction train. So it may take a little bit longer to try to get everybody's bids in, answering all the questions in the chat, things like that. Yep, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's going to be it.
We did the same thing. You're typing and I'm typing under.
Hey, I accidentally hit shift while I was mashing the 8 and the 10. Isn't that awesome? That's from not typing very much. I mean, by all means, Lauren, you can show 50 baseball cards as long as you can fan them out in your hand like a deck of cards.
You can show 500 if you lay them out on the table and fan them out.
Right.
As long as you do it in a timely manner, it don't matter.
Exactly.
See, I'll give you an example. So, if you guys remember a couple months ago, Conkeys had their auction that night, and he had a lot of jewelry. And Clear Thrifts ended up buying a lot of jewelry, and there was only like 2 pieces in the whole lot that he wanted, and the rest of it became his giveaway for that night. Well, I won it, okay? And here it is in this box still sealed and everything. And the reason it's still sealed is I want this to be done as a donation. I was going to, hi, jazz hands or what?
Mine's not as cool as yours, man.
So the thing is, I was trying to figure out a way that I could sell this jewelry and get the money together and donate it to somebody and then do a video about it and show Jesse, hey, man, I appreciate you restoring the love to me, and now I'm restoring it to somebody else. I couldn't come up with a way that I could make the most amount of money in the most reasonable amount of time. So this will be a lot on the auction. And I am going to have this all laid out on the thing, all set up, ready to go. And, geez, I'm having a problem. No, yeah, I believe it's 8 a.m.
We also have one of those boxes from Conkeys.
What's that one?
This is from Sean Goodman.
Oh, yeah, the cars.
Yeah, some kind of car. I haven't even opened it. I'm not going to go to the auction.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
There's going to be another one coming from Sean. That's a Pokemon lot from Nightmares auction. That whenever he did the Get Swamp auction.
Mm-hmm. Cool. But so, I'm going to have this one set up ahead of time, all laid out, all the pieces separated, all that stuff. That way, when it's time for me to sell this one, you know, I'll take the camera off the thing and I'll try to zoom in on them a little bit and whatever. Here it is. Anything you want to see up close? Okay, we'll show that. Now let's bid and get it done. So there's 100 pieces or 150 pieces of jewelry here, whatever there is. I'll get through it fast that way. I won't have to go, oh, here's one out of the box. Well, here's a bunch of tangles. Right. You know, I'll have that all done ahead of time.
That would be cool too, Troy. You could weigh it and say it's an 8-pound mystery box of jewelry.
I thought about doing that too.
And you know,
I actually thought about doing that too, and I thought about doing like 10 mystery boxes that day.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you know.
And I mean, have we decided? We've decided that all the lots are going to start off at 25, right? The government shipping. And then what's left is going to get swamped after the people's shipping cost.
Yeah, the only thing that may vary on that is if the seller wants to donate the shipping too.
Right. Well, I mean, that would be per seller, though.
Yeah, that's up to them, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's the most logical thing to do is just say, hey, here's my lot, $25, let's go. Covers the shipping one way or the other. Proceeds all go.
That's Miss Barbecue. It'll be 8 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, because they're all on the East Coast, so I got to start at 7 a.m.
We're all on the East Coast except y'all.
That means I got to start at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And Miss Barbecue, that's your fault anyway, because if you would go ahead and join Fun Employment, y'all could move to South Carolina.
It's too hot, ain't it?
So, Miss Barbecue.
How long we move up there? It's cool.
I don't want to move up there in the Arctic.
One more year.
In the winter.
I understand, man. I'm just messing with her, though.
Oh, yeah, you have to. You have to.
Correct. My wife said, though, that we need to buy a house up by y'all, and then us come up there in the summer, and then y'all buy a house down here by us, and we'll come back down here in the wintertime.
I just want to get a plot of land, put a mobile home on it, build a big shed so I can put all my toys and all my reselling stuff in it, and just there it is, done.
Man, there was somebody selling I want to say it was a 16 by 80 single wide just yesterday for $10,000. A beautiful view. I think it was
like 90s or something.
I want to say it was like a 90, 96 or a 98, and we are 45 minutes from Savannah, Miss Brenda.
We are in western Wisconsin, right on the Mississippi River. That's the problem, honey, is if we move to South Carolina, you don't put in a basement.
No, you can't put a basement here. There's no way to have a basement unless you build take a steel drum and stick it down in the ground.
Right.
There's no way, or a fiberglass drum and stick it down in the ground.
Or a giant tub or something.
Right. You've got to actually take something that's pre-made and put it in the ground.
Avery, we don't really set a target on how much we want to raise because we don't know what everybody's going to be bringing to the table. If everybody brought huge amounts of high-end, like the slab cards that Luis had tonight, if he brought in a pile of those, they'd probably draw huge money. Or the 3,000.
Really? Miss Barbecue?
You would have
really?
beach houses and then just.
Why do you need a basement? You don't need a basement here. We're not in Tornado Alley. Hurricanes don't make tornadoes.
Yeah, they do. Not that far inland, they don't usually, though.
Right. Where I live, I mean, I'm not even in a flood zone. So a level 5, category 5 can come in, and we don't even get evacuated. So, but anyway, Avery's, as Troy was answering that question, our goal is $19,000. However, if we may make it, we may not make it. You know?
Yeah.
There's also a few other YouTubers that are going to be doing, a benefit also. But the goal is he needs $20,000 to revamp 6 lemur pens, 6 lemur enclosures, and with the hurricane-proof enclosure portion on it. So Nightmares raised 1,000 of that 20,000.
Yep, you got the whole steered.
So we're going to try to raise $19,000. That's our goal.
Yep.
Now, whether we meet that goal or not is a different story.
Right. If we make $100 towards it, great. If we make 1,000, great. If we make 10,000, even better.
Right.
My only goal is to make as much as we possibly can to help the cause.
Yeah, Miss Brenda, next time you come to Savannah, let us know. I live exactly 7.4 miles away from the interstate. Arizona.
Yeah, her brother lives in California, so she wants to go that way. It's too hot there for me.
Yeah, Arizona sucks.
It is drier out there, though, so there's that. I mean, the humidity here is just as bad as it is by you.
There's no fat guy.
Well, no, that's true.
So
I don't know anything about 50 degrees and I sweat. I can move to Oregon or Washington and die of the heat. It wouldn't matter. I can't take it. But I can't take the cold either. That's even worse on me.
So Miss Barbecue, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do a triangle. This is Wisconsin. Over here is South Carolina. And over here is Arizona. So you have your house that you have now. And then you buy another one in South Carolina and one in Arizona. And you just travel the triangle all the time. Yeah. Exactly, Troy. You got it.
That way even I understand it.
Exactly.
I just have one of them nights. I do know I got to get out of the cold one of these years, though. I really do.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is from my experience. The cold here is different than the cold there. I see that.
No, I agree.
And you know, like where Lori is in upstate New York,
Mhm.
my best friend lives in Rome, New York, which is like an hour and a half away from where Lori is. And he said that it is stupid, ridiculously more cold here than it is there.
Mhm.
But we don't get
No, you
snow.
don't, Miss Brenda.
We don't get snow much.
Hi, PJ.
Miss Brenda, you do not want to move to Myrtle Beach. You might as well move to downtown New York City with all the crime and crap in Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is junk.
There's a ton.
It is a tourist trap, and it's got one of the highest crime rates in South Carolina.
I know, honey.
Myrtle Beach is crap. Now, Miss Brenda, look up Edisto Beach. Edisto Beach is a non-incorporated beach, so there is no big marketing there. There's no huge condominiums. There's not a lot of tourists.
It's not a tourist trap.
Houses in a state park. I mean, it is.
It's kind of like what Fort Lauderdale became in the 80s and what Daytona Beach became in the 90s.
Yeah, Edisto Beach, man, is nice. It's accessible to just everyday people can probably purchase a house there. I mean, Myrtle Beach is garbage. It's nice to visit. Like I've lived in South Carolina since I was a year old, and I've visited Myrtle Beach twice in my entire life. Myrtle Beach really is not that fun, unless you're a tourist, I guess. But to live there, no. Hey, Ivy.
Things to do. And have resorts.
Where are you at in South Carolina, Ivy? Be funny if you say exit 53 on I-95. Cause me to have to get up in the morning, go to Waffle House for a cup of coffee.
Uh-huh. Here's a good one. Do you follow Street Outlaws?
Yes.
That's a friend of mine over in Kaukauna, Wisconsin right now.
Who is that?
That's Axeman.
They must be the new one.
No, he's the one. The Axeman. He's from Virginia, and then he's been teaming up with the Memphis guys.
Okay.
Since they did Mega Cash Days and that, he's been teaming up with them.
Yeah. See, I don't actually have television.
No.
So whenever I watch it, it's either like on Discovery Plus or.
That's where I watch it. That's
where
I watch it.
Okay, Ivy, you're about 2 hours away from me, and you got to pass right by my house, but I can't come visit with you or nothing because we have COVID. So maybe on the way back, depending on how long you're staying. That's the good thing about the internet. I still get to come visit with everybody. Y'all can see my pretty face. And, I don't have to spread my illness with everybody.
Come on, it's sharing. Sharing is caring. That's great.
That's how the kids walk around and cough. Why can't I?
Yeah. My favorite one is when they sneeze.
The sneezes?
When they do this, huh? Like you're over here, right? You're over there, and they're over here. Chew!
Yep.
The dog does that to me all the time too. Oh, it drives me nuts. My dog's got real bad allergies too. Hi, Ivy.
Avery's.
Yeah, Ivy, I live right off of exit 53 on 95.
Between 53 and.
No, I live right off of exit 53.
I do want to visit Niagara Falls. I really do.
You're in between.
But it's like a 12 and a half, 13-hour drive for me, and I don't know if I could do it. But I want to.
I think one day I might go to Niagara Falls. I don't know.
The good news for me is I wouldn't need the barrel to go over it. I'm a barrel enough.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. I thought about wanting to do that when I was a kid. I think I grew out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. When I grew out of the barrel, I grew enough intelligence to not even think about doing it.
Maybe a kayak.
I wouldn't try a spaceship right now.
If I did do it in a barrel, though, I'd probably make it because it'd have to be a barrel like they put the train wreck containers that they use.
Yeah.
It'd have to be a barrel like that. So I'd probably be all right.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Really, a casino too, huh? That's a possibility. I'll have to figure out a way I can get there.
Yeah.
It's a long drive.
We need to just somebody, either Tim or you, one of y'all two, because I know it's not going to be me, need to just buy us a Lear or something like that.
I actually tried convincing my parents to do that once.
A Lear or a nice helicopter.
Just a Cessna.
Yeah.
8-seater or something like that. That's all you need.
Oh, how many seater?
8.
I don't know, but I'm going to take up like 3 of those.
You want a little more room, huh?
Yeah. We got to have a nice one.
So here's my trip. Full screen me, Conky. Here's my trip to Niagara Falls.
They don't have any and this is a stupid question. They don't have a ferry that goes across the lake?
They do have one that goes across Lake Michigan that I know of, but the ride takes 6 hours. So It would actually be a lot slower.
Well, if you went, I don't know, I guess. But you could sleep that 6 hours and then rest that 6 hours.
The problem is being in one position for 6 hours.
Yeah, well, you can go across the lake, then get back on in Michigan, then go across to the next part of the lake, and then go straight across right to Lori.
Yeah, theoretically. I don't believe it is, Lori.
You need a big pontoon boat, man.
We need one.
To go across Lake Michigan, you would need a huge boat.
You said it's faster if you go through Canada.
No, because it takes me 4 hours to get to Green Bay, another hour and a half to get to Escanaba, Michigan, and then another 3 hours just to get to the Canadian border. So that'd be 7 hours just to get to the border, and then I'd still have to go all the way around Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Which I've never done, so I don't know how long that part would take. But
that'd be an adventure.
Yeah. Actually, it might. Well,
Miss Tracy, who else could you think would be more fun to be trapped in a house with than me? Are you serious? Could you imagine being stuck with me for 10 days straight?
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, there is a better thing, believe it or not. 14 days.
Right. But actually, if you want to technically go about it the right way, Olin is the only one that's actually tested positive that who went and got tested.
Right.
Now, Olin's the only one that tested positive. His quarantine is 10 days.
Right.
Everybody else in the house is 14 days after his 10 days is over.
So you got 3 weeks.
24 days.
3 weeks left. Yep.
Yes.
Avery's,
yes, there is definitely a link that you can donate money to. And I'm sure we'll have that link by the time the auction comes around. He's got a PayPal and a Cash App that you can probably just donate money straight to, which, honestly, I think that's a great idea if you don't want to go through all the trauma.
Right. Or if you don't want to buy anything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just want to watch the show and throw a couple bucks at them, we will have that information.
It was 10 days plus.
Yeah. That's what I just explained. It's 10 days to the end of Olin's quarantine, and then 14 more days.
Yes.
So it's 24 days total.
Yeah, because you don't know how long you had it. if you get it.
I'm certain that all of us got at this beach anyways.
But you know, I'm pretty sure that Callista probably started off with it, and then
Probably.
gave it to Olin, who gave it to me and Nicole. And then PJ actually says that he felt bad last week, but he was with his mother.
She did it. She did it.
Maybe
Could be.
we
Could
can
be.
blame PJ.
Yeah, there you go. Lori's gonna do a pre-Lemur Palooza GoFundMe page. So when she bids on everything, she's got some money to go towards it. I'm just
There you
teasing
go,
with you, Lori. I'm sorry. I'm
Miss
just thinking of you.
Tracy, one good thing about my piece of property is we have 10 acres, and the boys who are feeling much better now go outside and play basketball and do whatever. So, you know.
I understand the feeling, Lori. Believe me. Well, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, see, that's what it is. The death nuts warded off COVID. You just made the discovery of the century.
I asked Nicole this morning, I said, baby, what do you think about me cracking open that other thing of death nuts and start eating and see if it'll open my sinuses up? I already did it once. What's it going to hurt?
Well, I mean, it'll hurt, but...
Yeah. That is weird, though, isn't it, Miss Tracy?
I think she's onto something. Somebody call Fauci.
Right? We should run a test. Everybody in the chat, get you a Death Nut Challenge 3.0 and start taking do the challenge, and then go out to your local spots where all the COVID people are and see if you can catch COVID after the Death Nut Challenge.
Right. But you got to do it within 30 days or whatever. Because you don't want to be out there catching it after that wears off. Wasabi tastes terrible. I hate wasabi.
Man, I love wasabi.
I never could develop a taste for it.
Let me tell you, I don't know whether it's just here or whatever, but I go to the Chinese restaurant, and you know how they got the little pre-made sushi rolls or whatever?
Yeah.
I'll get like a big old spoonful of wasabi, and then while I'm eating it, I'll take my chopstick and put a big old chunk of wasabi on every one of my, throw it in my mouth. Man, I love that stuff.
Mm.
But you're right, it does open your sinuses up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Come on, Miss Barbecue and Kelly. Y'all can do the Death Nut Challenge and then try it out and see if it works.
Yeah. Change my name to Crash Test Dummy.
Right?
or nut Test Dummy.
Right. I'm going to tell you, though, being able to breathe is something that we take for granted.
Very true.
And I can tell you this also, being in the dusty storage unit about half of the day this afternoon and not being able to breathe is no bueno.
Does not help at all. No, that's one thing I don't miss about storage units. I miss buying them. I miss getting the stuff. But I don't miss the dust, the dirt, the garbage, everything else. I bid on 3 of them last night, and I've already been outbid on 2 of them. They don't end.
Man, this one was weird the way it worked out. And it's like they took the same unit and they made 2 separate listings out of it.
Right.
I kind of got by on this unit really, really greatly. Okay, so there's 2 listings for the same unit. So Nicole bids $10 on this one, right? And then the other listing she goes and bids on too. Well, on the last day, it was $10 all the way up to the last day. They start bidding on this one and they run it up like $100. Well, when it goes off, this is the best part. When it goes off, I get an email that says you won your unit. You need to go to the facility and pay the facility $9.20. So I was like, great. So we get in the car and we go down to the facility. We print out our receipt. We go to the facility, pay $10 for this unit. Same unit that they had bid up, but a different listing.
Right.
Pay our $10. Then I'm going to the unit today to clean it out. Right. I get an email that says the other unit was canceled. And that might not be 100% exactly how the story went, but it was close enough.
And that's exactly, I bet exactly what did happen. I bet the facility made 2 separate listings and put the same pictures for both. And when they realized they screwed up, they just deleted the second one. Everybody's bidding on the second one. You bid on the first one. Then theirs got canceled and you got left with a dime.
Right. And I went down and paid for it.
Okay.
Yeah, they had 2 different ID numbers and all.
Right. But same pictures.
The pictures were the same now. So she just started bidding on the other one, thinking it was the same one.
Right.
We had both of them on our watch.
Right.
So, whenever it said I want a unit for $10 after she had been outbid on the same unit.
Right.
Printed out the receipt and went on down and paid for it.
Right.
I mean, put my lock on the door.
It's all yours.
Because I thought they took the other one out and started a new one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Now, Lori, in my personal experience, I've never had a bad experience with a storage facility or on storage treasures. The only bad experience I've had with buying a unit online was with Locker Fox, and their communication really sucked. And that was the storage facilities communication, not Locker Fox.
Good night, Brenda.
Good night, Brenda.
And then when you
have a good night.
There was actually a sister unit.
Yeah.
That no one bidded on.
And then whenever we called her to go pick the unit up, she said, "All right, I've got another question. There was a sister unit to this, and it's got absolutely nothing in it but a headboard and a footboard, but it goes with the other unit that you're getting because the rest of the bed is in that unit."
Right.
And it is a beautiful, Storage Treasures is who I go to. It's a beautiful Indonesian solid wood. It may be mahogany. I don't know. It's an Indonesian headboard and footboard.
Yep.
So, I mean, it may be mahogany. I don't know.
But it's heavy as all get up, ain't it?
It is. It probably weighs. And, I mean, I'm no weakling punk. But granted, I do have COVID currently. So my nonsense may be a little off. But I would almost guarantee you it weighs close to 150 pounds. Just
right.
the footboard.
Right.
And the footboard probably weighs a good 60 to 75 pounds.
Right.
I mean, it's huge.
It's not dark enough wood to be walnut, is it?
I don't think I got a picture of it. Let me see real quick.
You had one a video you sent to me. And it looked kind of dark, but you were also inside of a storage unit, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark, man.
It is dark wood.
I don't think I got a good picture of it, though.
Yeah, it's definitely solid wood from what I saw of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's 100%. Now, another thing that was really cool that we found was this. And, my lovely craft people will love this. It's like a sewing kit.
Oh, wow.
It goes out in 4 ways.
Yeah.
It's got the bobbins of thread on 2 sides that open like that. And then on the ends, it's got little button or clip little compartments.
Right.
And the other side has got compartments for, Lori, it's for sale, but, shipping's on you.
Be cheaper to drive.
Yeah, it would probably be cheaper for you to come down 14 hours than it would be for me to ship it 14 hours.
More than likely.
But anyway, it opens up like this and then like this. The little sewing kit thing. and one side has got needles and things like that. The other side, the little narrow side, has got buttons and whatnot, and then
Yep.
the two big sides fold out. That's bobbins of thread.
My mom had one that was a little bit like that.
It's a Singer
Yep.
little sewing
I think
kit.
hers came. She had one of them sewing machines that come out of the desk, you know, where you lift the thing over and then it pulls up out of the bottom, and it had all the drawers, like looked like a desk. And hers had one of those in it too.
Lori, I mean, you know, if you want me to put it in a large flat rate box, it'd probably take at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, it might wear a flat rate box as a hat.
But it's yeah. Well, I mean, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to run it through a wood chipper or something.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
You could run it through the wood chipper and then just send her a box a month. It'll be like a care package every month.
right.
She could just glue back together.
Yeah. Nightmares. What's up, James? James in the house. Yeah, Lori, I don't think the box is gonna work here. But anyway, they gave me that the head and footboard out of the other unit. They said, "Well, you can have this too." So we went around the corner and got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Lori, what are you talking about? Can I flat? You talking about the headboard or something else?
She wants the bed.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think the headboard's going to fit in 3 flat rate boxes.
You just got to cut it right.
I don't even think you can. No.
300 maybe. 300.
Lori, the headboard is not going to fit in flat rate boxes. This is a king size mahogany or something headboard.
It weighs more than you do, Lori.
Yes. I don't think it's going to work out. You're going to trade me for...
If it fits, it ships.
Right?
I know. I figured
Tracy,
she was playing you, man. Yeah.
Tracy, what are we trading for cupcakes?
She wants that sewing thing.
You want the headboard for cupcakes?
Yeah. She wants the sewing thing. She wants to know if you'll trade cupcakes for the sewing thing.
Nicole?
No, they're $21.
No, that's only in Lori's. That's only in Lori's part of the country, Gracie.
There you go, 80 cents a mile. Does that include from Tennessee to South Carolina and then back to Tennessee?
For 80 cents a mile, Nightmares? You do realize it's not going to fit in the minivan either, son.
No, it won't even fit in my truck.
You maybe could tie it to the top of the minivan if you got a luggage rack.
Yeah, and then put air shocks in it.
Right. It's going to be like you're hauling a whole other person.
Yeah,
or two.
at 250 pounds together.
Lori, there you go. He said he'll deliver it for you. So is that only on the way there, or is it round trip mileage we got to pay 80 cents for?
That's a lot of miles. Holy shizzle biscuit. So I want to tell you, go back to the Storage Treasures online auctions, good stories, bad stories. We have had very good luck with Storage Treasures, very few problems. Although we have seen a few questionable situations come up. And that's probably done on the facilities part. But Storage Treasures had let them get away with it. So here's what happens. Bobby, I don't know, we've talked about this in some other chats, but Midwestcapade's Bobby bids on a unit up in Minnesota. And the unit's coming due, and she puts in a maximum bid of $80. Okay? That's as high as she's going to go. And the last couple of hours it goes to 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, up to $150. And she says, well, forget it. I'm out. Okay. So then 2 days later, after the auction ends, she gets a call from Storage Treasures. Congratulations, you were the backup bidder.
Right.
If you know, I know you know, obviously. For those of you that have bought on Storage Treasures before, you know that all bid increments go in $10. So it always goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,
Right.
So in order for it to go from 80 to 150, there had to be 7 bids, right? Well, she stopped at 80. And there were 7 more bids behind her. Now, if it was only one person, they would have only had to put in 1 bid. So 2 people were bidding 80, 90, 110, so on and so forth. How did she become the backup bidder if there was 2 other people above her?
I can answer that.
Please.
The first one that actually won it, okay, well, the first person that outbid her probably put in a proxy of 150.
Okay.
The second person that actually won the unit, who was adding the $10 increments up to 150 and then actually won it at 160.
150.
When they won it, they probably was like, you know what? I can't do this. Something happened, whatever. They had to decide that they didn't want the unit. Okay, and then the backup bidder at that point was the original person that put the proxy in.
Right.
Who didn't win the unit. Probably said, you know what? I've already got another commitment. I won this other unit. I can't come get that one now.
So she was the backup to the, she was the backup to the backup.
Correct.
In my opinion, because I've seen this happen at other facilities, also through Storage Treasures, is they get phantom accounts that the actual storage unit owners will create, and they'll bid you up. And then when they get hung on them, then they just cancel their bid. And Storage Treasures has been letting them do it. Now, whether that happens or not, I've seen a lot of evidence that points towards it. I don't have a guarantee that that happens, but I think it does. Is it possible that the first and second place both backed out? Sure, it's possible. But so is the phantom account thing going on. But that's the only real problem we run into on Storage Treasures. Well, that and they don't have a spine. Okay? And here's what I mean by that. We have a place in this area up here called KO Storage. Okay? Now, they've been buying up all the mom and pop places in the country. They're averaging about 30 storage facilities a month that they're buying around the country. And they've bought up everything that's not a U-Haul or not a Life Storage or one of these other big companies that's nationwide. They're buying them all. So last December, we bought 2 units out about 40 miles from us. First unit, open it up, get it done, over with, no problem. But Midwest Capade's Bobby bought a unit at that same facility the same day. She opens up her unit, or the guy opens it up for her, and he says, oh, here, she says, here, he says, here's your unit. No, go ahead. You're good. She says, the stuff is all moved. The pictures don't look the same as the unit does now. And the guy tells her right to her face, oh, that's because we took that unit out and combined it with another unit, and then we're told we couldn't do that, so we put it all back. But she ended up with 9 shoes that were one-ofs that she didn't match, probably got lost in the other unit. Other stuff was missing out of the unit. The guy openly admitted to combining units. They double charged me for all my clean-out fees. They charge you by credit card over the phone only. And then you have to make arrangements for the person to be there and their schedule. That could be anywhere from 1 to 3 days. Our unit had 4 different people's pictures in it, 4 different families' pictures in it. We bought a 10 by 30 with 4 families' stuff in it. It was full. It was huge. I took 5 loads in my truck to the garbage, but it was enormous. So I complained about it to Storage Treasures. They did nothing. We bought another unit from them in a different city about 2 months later, made arrangements over the phone, had everything taken care of, showed up at the facility, which was 2 hours from here, and there was nobody there. So we called and we asked, and they said, oh, well, we didn't know you were coming. I said, I just got off the phone with you. People said we were on our way. Oh, well, we can get somebody there. Hey, James. We sat in that parking lot for 3 hours waiting for somebody to show up to let us in. So we called and complained again. We gave him one more shot. We bought one about an hour from here. Same company. Paid our thing. Made arrangements. Drove out there, and there was nobody there again. We sat there for an hour and a half waiting for somebody to show up to let us get a $30 unit out. So, and again, I called Storage Treasures and complained and said, this is the third complaint I've had against this company. Why do you continue to work with them? And they didn't care. So,
and see, that's similar to what happened with me and Locker Fox. Is we had a unit. The only unit I've ever bought off of Locker Fox was in Buford, and it was something similar to that. You know, first of all, I could never get the people on the phone to talk to them about winning the unit. Then once I did get them on the phone, it was like I had to wait 2 extra days or something before I could come pick the unit up.
Yep.
Instead of going that day.
Right.
And then, I mean, once I finally got down there, there was one facility on this side of Buford, but the actual unit was all the way on the other side of Buford, which I didn't know that.
Right.
Which wasn't a big deal. But I get there, and the lady says, follow me to the unit, and then pulls out in the middle of traffic and gone. So I have no clue where I'm going, so I had to figure it out, which I did. But it was me and another vehicle, and I was towing a trailer. So, I mean, it was a pain in the behind. And I mean, it was only that one facility. And, I mean, I didn't call Locker Fox and complain about it, but, you know, probably I should have, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing I can't figure out. Like, okay, it says in the policies on the bottom of the thing for the scale storage that you have to pay immediately. You have to follow all their rules and all these things. Right. So you call the number right away and you say, hey, here I am. And they're so overwhelmed because what they'll do is this place will set up 75 auctions to all end at the exact same time.
Right.
And they have 4 people in the office to answer phone calls. So you can't get through. You
and
leave them
they say, well, the invoice isn't here yet.
Right. Or you send them a message, or you leave them a message. You say, hey, I won this auction. Call me. 3 hours later, here you're sitting there waiting. So you call them again. They don't answer. You call them again. They don't answer. When you do finally get through, then they say, well, we can't have anybody there until Friday. So, well, that doesn't work for me. It's only Wednesday now, and I only get 48 hours to clean the unit out.
Right.
So you've taken up all my 48 hours. So by the time I finally can get in the unit, you give me 15 minutes to clean it out.
Well, I did find out that it's the amount of time from the time that you pay your bill.
Yeah.
So if you pay your bill Friday at 6 o'clock, then you have 72 hours from Friday at 6 o'clock to clean that unit out.
Right.
Now, I mean, if there's people that's got to be able to be there to meet you every time you go to the facility or something,
yes,
which is ludicrous.
Yes.
I understand that would be a problem.
Well, that's what they do because they don't have any offices on site.
Right.
But that's the whole problem is you have to pay immediately, but then they don't let you in for 2 days.
Right.
But your time starts as soon as you pay.
Right.
So you pay on Friday, and then they can't have nobody there till Monday. Technically, you've gone over your 48-hour limit.
Right.
Let me tell you about the storage auction that happened to us today.
Please.
So we get up early this morning. We drive over there. Dad sends me pictures of the signs and everything yesterday. We get over there. There's nobody there. The storage auction signs have been taken down, and there's a sign by the front of the storage building that says couch for sale. I swear to God. I kid you not.
So you drove to go to a storage unit auction that was a couch.
Yep.
Wow. And you had to drive how far? What? That was the one that was kind of close to your house, though, right?
Yeah.
That's how our day is.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, at least you didn't drive to Nashville or something like that.
I know,
what I'm
I would have
saying.
been really hot.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would have started taking compensation for fuel.
right.
Taking
And then I
doors
did
off the
one
building.
in Brownsville that was 30 miles from where we drove to, and it went to $160. There was an electric Batman car in there, but everything else was just trash. So it wasn't.
Yeah. Car probably was trash too.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped at 80, and and that was a gamble at $80.
Might be internet lag.
Well, I'm using my old dinosaur computer. I should be using my new one.
Yeah. So you're having internet lag.
He's also a part-time ventriloquist, so that might be it too. And he's been practicing the old Chinese fighting movies, the old Bruce Lee movies from the 80s
That's
or
70s.
70s.
Yes. 70s.
He's been practicing those, so that's why his mouth doesn't match his voice.
He's got to be the greatest ventriloquist in the world, though. The
Right?
greatest. He is. Because he's the guy running the dummy and the dummy at the same time.
That's right.
I'm sorry, James. I don't mean that. You know that. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm a one-man show.
Well, yeah, then you got to do both parts, right?
See, I can make this one.
That's great. I love it. Nice. I like that. How you been?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, we come back from that auction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I laid down on the bed and I passed out until 6:30 this evening.
You're well rested.
Wow. You're going to be up
But
all
I
night.
only slept 2 hours last night, so
No.
yeah.
Sound like you got my problem.
I had one of those nights where it didn't matter what I done. I just could not get comfortable. I was just, I don't know. I was really, y'all could tell I was just really off yesterday. I don't know.
Hey, Robert.
Robert?
I heard you also had, you don't have to get into why, but I also heard you had a rather interesting night. Eventful night. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Okay. Good enough. Good to see you, Robert. Oh.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say on that subject, and then I'll move forward and not worry about it, is just sometimes certain things never cease to amaze me how things play out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you think over life's experiences, you kind of learn to anticipate what's going to happen in a particular situation.
Right.
And you're sitting there going, okay, here's what's going to happen. And then somebody comes along and just takes your bottle and goes, I don't think so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
Robert, you might as well hang out with us.
Well, yeah.
It's more fun than sleeping anyway.
That's right. We're good. Yeah, we don't, we're not the cool kids, but we're the kids.
Man, we don't have to be the cool kids. We're better than the cool kids. We're awesome kids.
That's right. Well, we're not the ones on the football field or in the hanging out in the common areas or in the lunchroom. We're the ones that hang out back by the dumpster. But that's okay. Right. That's okay.
Speaking of football and cool kids and things like that, listen, our little local high school team Friday night, they played some other little town. I don't know. They're all little towns around through here. Our high school beat them 102-14.
Sure did.
You know, I don't understand.
Points in the first half. How do you not just walk off the field and say, bye-bye?
Wait. I thought they had some kind of rule where if you got so many points over the other team, it was an automatic win.
Not in football.
I can't remember what the name of it is.
It's a mercy rule, and they don't use it in football.
They don't?
Baseball, they do. Baseball.
Okay. See, that's how much I follow sports.
Yeah, in high school sports, they will do it baseball, softball, things like that. But I've never, in my experience, I've never seen it in football.
Well, I honestly think at that point they should start looking at something like that because I mean, there's no reason. Even the coach, man, the coach should have been like, you know what, y'all want to go ahead and call this because there's no reason for us to keep embarrassing y'all for the next 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, and the kids are out there risking injury on every play.
Right.
For what? To get slaughtered by 100 points? No.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It's great for the players that were playing. They get to brag their asses off now. But
the kids don't normally get to play, get time on the field, but
right. So I mean, I think they should have stopped that at about 60 at least.
Yeah.
Well, every one of the little high school football teams around here had high scoring games this week. Like one was 56 to 3, and the other one was something like 48 to 3 or 14 or something like that. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
Did they have leftovers that was practicing the 3-legged race the night before?
I think so.
Because it sounds like half the team is tied together.
What it sounds to me like is the other team's first, second, and third string was out with COVID, and they put the bench warmers in the game.
And the cheerleaders.
Right, just to show up.
Any warm body they could get, it could be.
Yeah, because I come from a football kid. I've got a kid that plays football, and if we beat a team that bad, I would even be like, Coach, man, come on, we should just.
Right.
There's got to be some type of mercy rule involved. There's no reason to embarrass another team like that.
Or screw the calls that the coach wants and just snap the ball, run a couple of yards, and lay down or something. Just to burn the clock up. Anything.
Just let the time click off or something, man.
Right.
Because,
like the 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
When they kneel down at the
game,
end of the game.
I think, was it was two little high schools. They're not real. I think they're just like I don't even know if they're ranked or whatever. They're like A or something like that. They're not even real big schools. They played each other, and the final score on it was 3-0. Now that's a good game. When you can hold somebody down to only 3 points, I mean, even if you didn't win, you still got to be excited.
Right. We only gave up 3 points.
Right.
I think I said it to her. I think I sent Roberts to you too, Tracy, in Messenger. I'm not sure. Yeah, he is. He's just practicing his best Bruce Lee right now, as Mickey said.
Yeah, he's pretending he's gonna be in one of those subtitle movies.
That's it, the Godzilla movie or something. That's funny. I like it. That's good stuff.
Yeah, he's in a subtitle film right now, and he's practicing for it.
Yep.
It's gonna be called Deliverance to China.
Am I in live chat? No, I'm not.
Chinese Deliverance.
I'm like spacing out pre-recorded shit. So.
That's all right.
I got it.
It's
Chinese Deliverance. Chinese Deliverance with wings and fried rice on the side.
I thought you said Chinese deliveries.
No,
yes!
Deliverance.
I like Chinese delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deliverance. Hey, I'm gonna ease off right over here to the side for a minute. Olin's gonna sit in the camera, but I'm.
That's fine. You're good. You're good, fam. Don't worry about it. You're good. Here, wait. Help him out a little bit.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
Appreciate it.
What's up, Bedhead? You got to do one of these.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like,
y'all ain't that strong.
No.
It's got wheels on it.
I went.
Well, that's how we do that, Yeah. So what else did we have happen that went wrong with storage units? I think that's the worst we've had. But them guys at that first one we went to at that KO, they flat out admitted that they had taken units that they had listed online for sale and moved them into other units. They flat out, I mean, he came right out and says, well, yeah, we moved that one. You can't do that. You put the lock on it if it goes up for auction. You don't touch it.
That's it.
And they didn't care. I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Hey, Ivy, you supposed to hang out with get swamped or what?
This one's really starting to get
You're going to have to repeat that, Mickey. I didn't hear you.
I was just wondering if Ivy was going down to Florida to hang out with Get Swamped or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. Robert, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to fit something like that in. I just don't know if I can. I got so much on my plate next week.
I know you're tired. You got a
But if I can, I'll figure out something. All right? Oh, where are they at? Are they anywhere near where he's at? They might just have to be going to see a couple of things and maybe grabbing lunch somewhere. Take it downtown or something. Or that steak buffet, we can go there, you know.
Man, y'all. Hey, Robert, how about swing by South Carolina and pick me up? Can I go to the steak buffet too, please? Please, man.
Yeah. I can't believe he's going to go to Paul Bunyan's first. That's just...
I don't know what Paul Bunyan is.
So there's a town about 90 miles from here. It's called Wisconsin Dells. And there's a place in the Dells called Paul Bunyan's. It's a breakfast and lunch and whatnot. It's all you can eat. And they serve it literally lumberjack style, where you would sit at the big long table on a bench, and they bring out platters full of stuff. Platters full. Yes.
It says add your screen.
Yes, it is.
Up to the picture. Down where Nightmares is. So yeah, right there, add your screen. There you go.
Okay, is that better, guys?
Yep. You're there. Did your computer or what?
Did you put on a different mask or something? I mean, it's really not that great either way, buddy.
No, I was just wondering if you could hear me better.
Oh yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, I got off the dinosaur computer and got on the new one.
You gotta get one of these.
I like that, actually.
Well, we found not the monkey kind, but you remember those mask waffles sold a while back?
No.
Those glass porcelain masks.
Oh, they're like the Mardi Gras ones or whatever?
Yeah. We found a couple of those in that unit today too.
Oh, those are fun. Ow.
Yep.
I don't mind that stuff, but I don't know where to put it, and I'm afraid I'll break all of it. Like this stuff up here. I showed you a couple of these, but let's see if I can figure out how the hell to do this.
Where does your family live in South Carolina?
I take my mask off, but I've just gotten so used to wearing it year round.
Yeah, me too.
Most of the time, I put a mask on to look better.
Yeah.
Well,
There. I kind of see it. This stuff, I'm afraid I'll break each and every one of these dumb things. But I collect anyway.
Doctor, I'm probably about an hour and 20 minutes away from something.
Because I've been living.
There's a lot of them.
Well, that's up there too. It looks like it.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. That's all carnival glass.
Nice.
There is a lot of it, and I'm afraid of it every time I come in here.
Did you see that face that I showed last night?
Yes, the red one?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I think Tracy Cakes and a couple others have emailed me about it. I just hadn't got a chance to respond yet.
Yeah, She did say, well, she said she was going to email you about it, whatever.
Lake Watery's all right, but I prefer the Santee Lakes.
Oh.
Well, you getting old over here, Troy?
No, I'm getting stiff sitting in here, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I go an hour and a half, and it starts to hurt a lot.
Wait till the 18th.
Huh? Oh, I know.
You need to get you one of those shiatsu massage chairs and put in there.
I had one. I got rid of it. The problem is when you do acupressure like shiatsu, the fibromyalgia kicks in, and every one of them little pushes hurts.
Right? So whenever I did the shiatsu massage, it felt like it was making it worse.
Yeah, like somebody's jabbing needles and knives into you. I gotta show you this one. This one was kind of a fun story.
I should put my name in the comments here, and that is I clicked the wrong button because I just took myself out of the chat. I clicked the wrong button.
Take a look at this one.
Oh, I like that.
And I actually had a funny, and it works too. I got a funny story with this one, and with where the hell's the other one? I can't see it. But anyway, so I go to this auction because I knew they had this stuff, and this is the color I collect because I like it. And I go to this auction, and they got like 3 rings going that day. 3 auctioneers spread all over. And I come running over there when they started on the place where this was, and they started with 5 pieces of this, different ones. 3 of them I had, 2 of them I didn't. So I went up to the trailer, and they were like, okay, $10, nobody bids. $5, nobody bids. Guy goes, $2. I said, 10. Okay, we'll go 11, 12. I said, 20. And then people are just sitting there looking at me like, what is wrong with you? So then they go 21, 22, 35. And they're like, huh? I said, what? I'm buying that. You're not. Either quit bidding or I'll just go 100. And they're like, all right, fine. So I got these for $35 a piece by being a bully.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, sometimes you got to throw your weight around.
Boy, if I do that, things start getting broke.
Uh-huh. That's why I'm afraid to come in this room.
I was going to say, if I do that, man, I'm liable to lose balance and roll off down a hillside somewhere.
Right?
I'm trying to find the butter dish, but I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Lori, oxycodone and Flexeril. That's what helps mine.
Listen.
I take nothing.
Let me tell you something else. And then on the way back from the auction, I seen a sign that said yard sale. So I got, as we got closer to it and everything, I said, Mary, I said, is that yard sale sign made out of drywall? She said, yes. I said, oh, my God. I said, we're going to a crackhead yard sale.
Uh-huh. Yep. The other good ones is when they make them out of a TV box.
Oh. I was like, I can just see it now. The video will say, we bought out a crackhead's yard sale.
Yep. Yep.
Robert, you can go to Cross.
Here's the other one.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was the other one I paid $35 for.
Very nice.
There's actually a really nice spot down on the lower lake. It's right at the end of the Virgin Canal. It's called Black's Fish Camp. It's a really nice place. It's not in Orangeburg County, though. I think it's in Cross County.
Can I be personal and ask what helps you? You want the truth?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. There's nothing that helps me.
Oxycodone and Flexeril is about the only thing I can take, but I can't take it during the day. I can only take it at night. And basically all it does is put me to sleep.
I can eat oxycodones like Tic Tacs.
That's what I was just going to say. I eat them Sun's guns like Skittles. Ooh, see, I caught myself. I'm proud. Good, James.
Good job, James.
Good job, James.
Have some Skittles.
Mary, give him some Skittles for being good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been on probably close to 50 or 60 different pain medications, and nothing cuts
There
the
you
pain.
go.
Hey, taste the gray. There you go. That's it. You know the real reason why I like them gray ones so much? They match my hair.
I don't get no rainbow. My rainbow ran off with Rainbow Bride or something. I don't know.
I don't care. They all taste the same. It's just sugar.
Hey, what's your tattoo of, Troy?
Which one?
The one that's peeking out the bottom of your shirt sleeve?
Well, there's this one.
Yep,
Go
that's the
scream
one.
me, Conky.
Because I want to be like,
I designed this one myself,
Yep.
and it's the Eternal Flame with my wedding date and my wife's name on it, and then my children's names come up here.
Yep.
And then up here is a turtle I had done in Honolulu, and it says Ohana coming out of the turtle.
Right.
And, of course, Ohana's family.
Oh, I didn't mean on full screen you so fast.
Then there's
What
this
else
one.
you got?
This is a tribal Ninetales. Ninetales is a Pokemon. I
Right.
designed this one myself, too. And
Nice.
you can't really see it in this picture, but in each of the tails,
Right.
you see the energy cards that come with Pokemon?
Yep.
Yeah, each one of the symbols that it's on the energy cards is in one of the tails.
Okay.
So I did that one.
Nice.
And then there's this one that I designed for myself. I designed myself. I
Don't
don't
show
like
us the $100 bill one.
No, I can't get my leg up that high. Here, let me try this. Give me 1 second.
Lori, have you ever gone to a chiropractor? Some people swear by chiropractors. They didn't do me any good, but some people swear by them.
no, chiropractors don't do me any good either.
I don't know whether you can see that one.
Nope, you need to move your camera down towards the floor. Nope, not towards your butt, towards the floor.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's nothing like-
It's an anchor.
Yep. I
Yep.
designed this one for my dad after he passed. It
Nice.
That's
has his dog tag in it. That's what my tattoos look like.
See, this one that I have right here,
Yep.
I want to change it. Yeah, I want to change it into a boat anchor right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I want it to say "Mom" in it, in my boat anchor,
Should be pretty easy to do.
and then have the rope that comes up and goes up my shoulder a little bit. Yeah, I've already got it drawn out and designed.
Yeah.
The same girl that was doing our characterizations.
Mm-hmm.
That girl, she's actually, she actually designed it again for me with the boat anchor in it and all.
Nice.
I think it's on my Facebook.
I have to look again. I don't remember if I saw it on there or not. But...
Yeah.
Oh, that's an old one. Wait. Nope, that's Diamond and Pearl. That's a newer one.
Yeah, it's the first edition from 2015, but it's in rough shape.
That's nice. You get that old 1998 one, they're worth a little bit. But...
I couldn't beat the price. It was free, so whatever.
Wow. If you make a quarter, that's a quarter more. So,
I can't believe the different stages they evolve into and stuff.
oh yeah, yeah.
Just
Wait
crazy.
till you see that after the Gen 9 has been added. It's ridiculous. The new set that just came out yesterday has over 180 cards in it, different cards. The art is insane. Here, I'll see if I can show you one. Somewhere I bet I can.
Yeah, just get it done,
my card guy told me yesterday that he had the new ones coming out. He wants me to come down there and look and see what he's got. I just hadn't made it over that way yet.
Yeah, it's we went out to one of our stores and bought whatever they would let us buy, which wasn't very much. They're limiting the amount we can buy because they're trying to, we got to make sure everybody can get some. He had 12 booster boxes and 9 elite trainer boxes, which would have cost me about probably close to $2,000. And I said, great, I'll take it all. And he says, you can't do that. So I got one Elite Trainer box and then a half or 12 packs. I'm like, this is a joke. Here's what the cards look like in the newest set.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
these cards are ridiculous.
That's
and the prices show.
Yep.
The prices match too. They are insane.
Nice.
But there's like 15 cards in the set that look like that.
Yeah.
I was at Walmart today, and they keep everything behind like where the cigarettes and the alcohol are. You know what I mean? That one register. And I says, you got anything Pokemon left? They said, oh yeah, we got 3 packs. How many can I buy? 3. I guess that works out. Pulled nothing. Nothing good.
Wow.
Nothing good at all.
So if they wait to put the good ones out when they come out later. You know, like
the pull rates I've seen people do like, there was one website that did like 12,000 packs they opened. Right. And they kept track of all the cards, the high-end cards that are in the set. And their pull rates were 1 in 1,000 packs. You get one of the fancy ones or something like that. I'm like, why bother? Why bother? Then I watched a guy open 6 packs and he got 4 ultra rares.
Wow. Things that make you go,
That's like at Walmart. The delivery guy was there today, and there was this kid. He had a shopping cart, and as soon as the guy got done putting all of the baseball cards, he filled his cart with every one that he put on the shelf.
Everything he put out, the guy took. Yep.
Yep. Every one of them. He had baseball cards, Pokemon cards, Magic cards, and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z.
I was like, well, why didn't you just call the damn distributor and just buy them like that?
Legally, they can't do it, unfortunately.
I mean, if you have a wholesale or a tax ID number, why can't you do it?
The distribution companies are funny like that. They won't let you.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek. Full screen.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I want the full effect, man.
Well, he mentioned it, and that's why I thought I'd show it. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Well, we got Dragon Ball Z. We got whatever these things are. I have no idea.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's the other game.
Is it Bakugan?
What?
It's not Bakugan, is it? No. Oh, this is Inuyasha. It's from a cartoon. Yeah. It's Inuyasha. Yeah, I recognize this guy. Whoops. Come here, you dork. This guy right here. Inuyasha.
Yeah.
We got those. We got, where the hell's the other stuff? What's this? Weiss Schwartz. Weiss Schwartz.
I never heard of that one.
I had neither. More Dragon Ball. More Dragon Ball. More Weiss Schwartz. More Inuyasha. That's just one box. But I've got a lot of, I think 3 of these boxes like this size. Baseball cards, Star Trek cards, these cartoons. Every different kind of thing we're going to put up. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I want more tattoos, Robert, but when I was in the profession, I wasn't allowed to have ones that could be seen. And now that I'm out of it, I had to wait until all my heart stuff got better. Because I was on so many blood thinners, they had to probably bled me to death. Right. I've got a $2,000 tattoo that I've got designed to go on my back. It's the Kiss Rock and Roll Over album from 1976. But I've changed it a little.
I got a few tattoos. A couple I can't show.
Yeah, that's probably what would have happened to me. I probably would have bled to death with all the crap I was on before. Now that I'm off of it, I can start doing them. Yeah. The other problem is finding an artist I trust to do this tattoo.
I'm only on personalized blood thinners this week. 2 goodies every 12 hours.
2 goodies every 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm down to 1 baby aspirin every day. That's all I take for blood
Well,
thinner.
see, the reason I decided that I should take 2 goodies every 12 hours is because they say with this COVID, blood clotting is an issue. So
Yep.
if I take 2 goodies every 12 hours, my blood should be thin enough that it shouldn't make any clots ever.
How strong are they? How many
Goody
milligrams?
powders?
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot more than 81 though.
Probably 200s then.
Yeah, probably.
It's like aspirin, right?
Yeah. Yeah, goody powders.
Yeah, that's all they are then.
I love those goodies. Those are awesome. They work fast.
Yes, sir. And let me tell you, if you got a headache, you get the one in the red box. It says it's for back and body. For me.
I wish.
Yeah.
One day.
One day or Monday?
One day.
Oh, yeah.
Someday, one day, somehow, it'll get better.
Well, you only get better with age, right?
Well, that's kind of what I was hoping for, but it ain't happened yet. About a 14-month-long headache is too long.
Yeah.
Correct, Robert. That's the same way with me. I have a tattoo and a piercing I can't talk about.
Yeah, no. I don't have any piercings I can't talk about, and the tattoos, I'll just leave it that alone. Yeah, I don't have one of those.
I don't have my tongue ring in right now, though.
I don't have one. Never had the desire for it.
I've been looking for probably 14 or 15 years.
I've had mine as long as my oldest son. That's 23 years. 20. Yeah, 23 years ago.
Yeah, I got mine in 2006 or something like that. 2007, 2006.
I got it before it started being cool. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
I hear that. But yeah. I was gonna take mine out eventually. I don't know.
Well, I've got mine out right now. I didn't like the one that I had in and everything. It just got to where it was, I don't know. It didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I still got the original one they did it with. That's the original one they did it with. And the reason is because the idiot that did it, he was trying to be sickening. And instead of doing it with a 14 gauge needle, he used a 10 gauge needle, trying to make me be in pain or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to be sickening. Didn't bother me. I mean, but now you can't find any replacements that are 10 gauge.
Right.
And I mean, whenever I put a 14 gauge in, it just feels weird. So
yeah,
I just leave the 10 gauge one in it.
That's the way mine is. At one point, I could stick a straw through my tongue and everything, and the smaller ones just feel weird. So that's why I don't have that other one in right now. It's not not the right size.
Yeah.
Tim was saying the other night that Tinder has something like 46 piercings.
Wow.
That's what you call a walking tackle box.
Hey, you know that there is a dude that I follow on Instagram?
Sure will, Pam.
He has piercings all over his
Hi, Bonnie.
And all
Hey, Bonnie. You're good. I don't think I'm going to be able to stay in this chair much longer, guys.
I understand, buddy.
I figured if I got up, moved for a minute, it would help, but it's just, yeah.
Well, I just wanted to come on and talk smack a little while and hang out, and it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah.
It's what, almost 12 o'clock for you, right?
11:45, yeah.
Past your witching hour anyway.
Not usually. Most often I go to bed by like 10 o'clock at the latest if I ain't doing a live stream or something.
Right.
But then I lay there for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's what I just think. Say when I usually go to bed, I lay for 2 or 3 hours before I ever go to sleep.
I can't. Everything goes crunching. It's like I got to get it to the point where I'm completely exhausted, or everything crunches in just the right position where I can lay down and not be in pain.
Plus, I have that less restless leg syndrome,
Yep.
and I just nope. It don't matter what I do.
I see my mom had that really bad, and she's taking some kind of Parkinson's medicine for it.
Really?
Yep. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was for Parkinson's.
That's
So maybe
interesting.
talk to your doctor about that.
I've never heard of that before.
I
Yeah, I
want to
haven't
say the
either.
name of it was Stalevo, but I might be wrong.
Thanks, Pam. Appreciate you.
I think Stalevo.
Yeah,
Well, I got smart, or at least I thought I got smart. You know what I mean? So, because we had just a regular bed back in the day, and as I developed more back problems and my back surgeries failed and all that stuff, I take calcium and it doesn't do anything for me. So then we went to one of those pillow tops, and then we went to one of those memory foams, and then we went back to something else. And I finally said, you know what, this is getting out of hand. I spent over $6,000 on a bed that, all this.
Right.
I had the top of the line and everything, and the thing's got the massage and the heat and the cold and it like it wipes your butt for you.
Right.
And I can't sleep worth a damn on that thing. It's even got a zero gravity mode. I thought, well, God, if anything's going to help, is me getting off of my fat ass and being in zero gravity.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Thing.
Wow.
So I've got 2 pregnancy pillows, a body pillow, a big goose down pillow that I sleep on, and I get in one position and 3 hours maybe, and that's it.
Yeah.
It sucks. But I got to be up and moving it by about 6 o'clock so we can go to Madison tomorrow. So Mama's been itching to go to the bins, and I kind of want to go too. So we're gonna go clean out some bins tomorrow in Madison, see if we can come home.
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh,
That's right.
I don't know how my wife stays happy, but she's wonderful. She's an amazing woman.
Yeah, she is. Tell her I'm upset that she wasn't in the chat for a little while too. That her Netflix must have been more important.
Actually, she went to bed. She's out cold. She's been out for over an hour.
Nice.
Yeah, she's tired. Yeah. I don't think I can sleep on my couch. It's leather for one.
Oh,
Oh, that would be miserable. You roll over and stick to it.
Yeah. If you sweat at all, you're stuck to it.
Right.
the thing that I've had to learn have to do with my restless leg syndrome is I have to put pillows between my knees and down at my feet, because if not, I literally like rub my legs raw. Literally, because I do it like a cricket rubbing his legs together.
Yep. Or the dog when you get them in just the right spot.
Yep.
That's why I have 2 pregnancy pillows and the body pillow. My knees are about this far apart by the time I lay down. It's the only way I can keep doing it.
And I sympathize with Jeremy. You know, he's on What the Hells.
Yeah.
If you could see behind me, I have a mound of pillows.
Yeah.
I probably have 17 pillows on the bed, and that's what I sleep with.
Yeah. Well, I don't have 17. My body pillow is 5 feet long, and the pregnancy pillows are the equivalent of 6 pillows each.
Yeah.
You know what the pregnancy pillows where they wrap all the way around your body?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 of them stacked on top of each other, and then that body pillow would go with it. So yeah, I don't have the count, but I have the size.
Man, I wish that the medicine worked for y'all, because I sure don't have all them problems. I do only sleep like 3 hours though, but Nicole says I toss and turn all the time.
Oh, I do too.
So
Well, if I could ever get it to where they could get me still long enough to do the sleep study, because I'm not sleep long enough to get the results, even in home.
right.
And she said, "Well, we'll do a light sedative." Well, that didn't even work. Their light sedative, I wasn't even asleep long enough for them to get everything, because I fight in my sleep. I have night terrors, and I pull the off and everything else. And the doctor said, "Well, I don't have any doubts that you have sleep apnea, because you stop breathing when you're sleeping."
Right. Yep.
And He said, but we can't send that into your insurance, and a machine is $2,000, and I can't afford $2,000.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't have one I can send you. I already sent it to somebody.
Yeah.
I pray to God that I can find one in the storage unit and maybe have it refurbished.
Let me show you something. But yeah, Robert, I'm going to shoot a video too when you come. Something for you to think about, James. Because I bought one of these. I use it on the road. Where the hell is it? Let me try something else. That ain't working. It may take me a minute or two to find it because it goes back a ways.
Well, see, another problem though is if you fight in your sleep, how are you going to keep a daggone mask on to sleep with it anyway?
I don't know.
I mean, they move and twist and turn and all that. You know, they've got joints in them and whatnot, keep them tangling up. But it goes on your face.
Listen, I've literally, if Mary wasn't asleep, she'll tell you, I've got a little desk just set up here. I've literally kicked everything off this desk.
Yeah.
And I mean, and not only that, hell, I sleepwalk. I wake up, Mary will come in there and she'll find me asleep in the bathroom with a cigarette in my hand. And I don't even know how I got in the bathroom.
See, I used to do stuff like that when I was younger. And I had a bunch of demons in my life. And I don't do it no more. Well, back when I was younger and a lot crazier and did a lot more things in the dark, you know, throwing shade and things like that. I used to fight in my sleep a lot, you know, and I did something similar. I mean, I tore up nightstands beside the bed and things like that. How did you
got that full screen for?
I don't know. It did it by itself.
My negative personality.
It must have wanted you to be full screen.
It likes me.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've got any demons or anything like that. It's just I've been through some traumatic stuff that I don't talk about. You know what I mean? And maybe I should go get counseling for. But I don't know.
You don't think that, you know, Mary could be your counselor without you having to go over-the-counter counseling?
We've talked about it. She knows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe y'all just keep talking about it. Maybe that'll help out. You know.
Well, there's certain things that you see when you've done like I done fire, and there's certain things that you see that really play on your mind. And like I watched some children burn up in a house, and it really affected me really, really bad.
Right.
And I know I couldn't save them, and it would have been stupid for my team to let me go in there.
Right.
But knowing all that, it don't set well with me because I didn't get my best effort. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I yeah.
I mean, maybe a psychologist could help you with that. You know, psychiatrist, psychologist, whichever.
And then I watched a 5-year-old boy get run over, and that's something you don't forget either. You know,
Right.
just certain things like that. It's they'd say it's PTSD or whatever, and that, but you know, I don't take any medication for that kind of stuff.
Right.
I deal with it on my own. Spiritually, I'm getting better since I've given my life to God. I'm human. I still make mistakes, but I'm a whole lot better than I was before. I'm still learning and growing and things like that, you know. And I think in time I'll eventually get over it, but I think it's something that I have to deal with to understand somebody else that may have that same problem.
Right.
Sometimes that's what it takes. I found something like it. I paid a lot less for it.
Oh, nice.
I think I paid like $130 for mine when I found it, but I can't find where I got it from again. It is a portable machine. It doesn't run off of automatic pressures and things like that, but it's a relatively low price to pay to have a machine to try to help you sleep. If you can find one like I did, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Because it has made a difference in my life. I went 3, 4, 5 months where I'd sleep for less than an hour. I went for 20 years where I've only slept a few hours a night, but every little bit helps.
Well, that's the thing, Rob. I can't watch any kind of horror flicks or anything. And I used to love horror movies and stuff. I can't watch anything like that. Even stuff now with the PTSD that I have. Even things like Law and Order will give me straight panic attacks. At one point, until I started learning to deal with them, and just like self-taught anxiety video things that I've watched from YouTube and stuff like that, I was having anywhere between 500 to 1,000 panic attacks a day.
I believe it.
The first year that I was dealing with them, I was in the hospital with panic attacks over 200 times because I thought I was having a heart attack and stuff like that. And the doctor just told me, he said, look, if you don't learn to deal with this, you're going to die. He goes, you're literally stressing yourself to death.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
I want to know what the niceness was, man.
I paid nothing for him.
That is great.
They just sold. That's awesome. Yay.
100% awesome.
Yep. Please. All right. Gentlemen, I am going to bed now for sure because I am having a hard time sitting. So, Mickey, thanks for the invite. I appreciate you, brother. You know that. James, good to see you as always.
Good to see y'all too.
Yeah. Take care of that. Get some rest. And if I can, I'll try to find the paperwork on that machine that I have because I think I paid like $130.
Well, hopefully I get to the post office Monday and get everybody's stuff sent out and everything.
Yeah.
We've got them all lined up. I think Mary got most of them all packaged up except for like 1 or 2. And she's just so exhausted. She's asleep now.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. Robert, I'll see you Thursday. I look forward to it. I got mine all lined up on the stove right now. Yeah. Well, we'll get you. Try to get you hooked up with one because it will make a difference in your life. I guarantee it.
I appreciate that.
Well, that's what friends are for. You'll still have to buy the hoses and everything, which can get expensive. But if your insurance ain't going to help you out, you got to help yourself. Find another way. You'll get there. Gentlemen, thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Troy. And poof, he's gone.
Only 2 of us. There's only 2 of us.
Just the 2 of us. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong channel.
No. I probably ain't going to be on much longer, but I'll sit here and shoot the breeze with you a little while.
Yeah.
Hey, Lori.
It was interesting today, man. I tell you what, we got down there to that auction place. Dad even sent me pictures. I was like, we got down there to that place and that damn sign was down there. And it said couch for sale.
Yeah.
My dad was more upset than I was. He's like, what kind of, I'm not going to use the words that he used, but he was hot. I'm going to tell you, boy, it was funny watching my 70-year-old dad get mad because, you know, he messed up going to an animal auction. He loves going to Gleason down there and watching them sell the chickens and horses and stuff.
Right.
And he gave up his day for that, and he was pissed.
Heck yeah. I understand that. We got an animal auction right up the road from my house, about 8 miles, every Saturday. And then there's another one, probably about 20 miles. They have every other. Well, they have it on the second and fourth Saturday of the month. They don't, or the first and third Saturday or something like that. It don't matter if there's 12 Saturdays in the month. They only have it on the first and second one, or first and third, or whatever.
Well, that's this one. They have it on the first and fourth Saturday of the month. So at the first and the end of the month, you know, and yeah.
And then there's
Well,
another one they do, and they do it every weekend. But you know, the buyers at that one, man, I would need. That's a buyer's auction.
yeah,
You know, there's a big difference between a buyer's and a seller's auction.
sure.
Lori, go check your PM. Yeah, there's a big difference between a buyer's and a seller's auction. The one right up here at Bell's, which is about 8 miles from my house, that one is definitely a buyer's auction. They would dollar that poor man to death. Dollar.
Yeah.
But that's where the auctioneer, you know, the way the auctioneer talks or auctions varies. You know, if you're
Yep.
not a fast talking auctioneer, people get bored and they're not going to buy a lot. You know, your prices aren't going to go up.
Yeah,
you know?
you got to move that shit along. You can't just sit there and play with it.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't. You know, whenever you go to auction, you want to hear the auctioneer. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
You know, fast talking, having fun, and you know, he doesn't do that. He is not. And you know, I figured it would come with experience. The more experience he got, I figured he'd get better at it. But he's been doing it 5 or 6 years now, and he ain't got no better.
Well, it's like, I don't know if you've watched him or not. Like, you can find him on YouTube, and probably through just watching like the Bargain Hunters. You know, Renee from Storage Wars.
Right.
Dave Esther. Have you ever watched it? Dude, he's the same way.
Yeah.
He's as dry as a box of dirt.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, he does enough, I guess, to keep his auction open. You know, he does enough business.
Well, the name, you know, he's built up such a good name, with good or bad.
Well, I'm talking about the one up here at Bell's.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but another and me, you know, I don't really like selling things at auctions like that because they charge you 20% to sell it, but they sure didn't pay me 20% of the feed I fed that animal,
right?
Or the time that I put into that animal. So I mean, that's why I don't like selling at auctions. Plus, a lot of times, you know, maybe a sick animal come through that auction last week, and then I bring my animal up there, and then the person takes it home, and then that animal gets sick, and then I got a bad name.
Yep.
That's another reason why I don't use, you know, auctions. I've bought a lot of chickens and animals at auctions, but I pretty much quit doing that too. So,
when I was in Florida, there was one right up there close to the Georgia line. They're in Jasper, Florida, and she don't really charge that much. You know, I mean, I understand people's got to make a little money. You know what I mean? But you know, like you said, 25-30% is ridiculous,
right?
And she only charges like 10%, which is not bad. 5% on chickens, and anything above 40 pounds it's 10%, right. Which is not bad. I don't think that's bad at all. I bought 5 baby calves up there one time.
Let's see, baby calves. There's a difference, you know, in baby calves, how you buy them and things like that. You bought bulls, baby bull calves, like jerseys, baby jerseys, bulls.
Yep.
So you can buy. There was a time around here you could get them for like $5-10 a piece all day long.
Yeah.
But then people started wanting them. So they went up stupid prices, like $200 and things like that for a daggone bull calf, like 2 or 3 days old that ain't never sucking off his mama about to die.
Yeah.
So I mean, I quit buying them too. My buddy used to buy them all the time, and he'd raise them and slaughter them or sell them or whatever.
You used to buy goats cheap too. I remember back in the day when I used to buy goats, hell, $15, $20, $25.
Yeah.
Now you can't touch a goat for under $100.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting some boar goats and raising them and selling them.
Yeah. Boar goats are nice.
Some Lamatras. But I like them boar goats. They're big and, you know, burly.
Yep.
But, you know, I really ain't in the shape to take care of animals like I need to. So, I don't really fool up with them too much. And then my kids, man, they're kids. You know what I mean?
Well, the best part about goats, except for if you live in a climate where you have to in the wintertime, but the best part about raising goats in Florida, really never did get cold enough to where I had to worry about going out and busting in the pond or whatever. They usually had stuff to eat all the time.
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing around here.
And about the only other thing you had to do was make sure that their nails were trimmed and stuff, and make sure they didn't get down or get tangled up in something. Right. And we used to keep donkeys in there with the goats to protect them from the coyotes. Yeah. A donkey will kill a coyote.
Yep. My stepdad used to keep them with the cows too.
Yes.
We were talking about the daggone donkeys we had the other day. I remember when we first got one of them. Man, that thing was so stubborn. I had to drag it out of the trailer by its neck with a rope, and literally had to knock the thing out to get it to come out. I mean, he just tried to pull back so hard and choked himself out, and literally had to pass out before I could get him out of there. My stepdaddy said, well, just keep pulling on him. He'll come eventually. And that's what I did, man. I was like a 22, 23-year-old bull, I'm about to choke this 500-600-pound animal out and drag it, out of the trailer.
Right.
And that's what I did. I don't know why she's annoyed, Troy. I sent her the link so she can come on live with me, and she won't come on live, I guess. She don't like us tonight.
The damn donkeys down there and stuff like that, and then mules and everything down there in Florida, man, people just practically give them away. I had a lady call me and ask me if I wanted them, and I said, yeah, I'll come get them. She said, please do. And she had 4 or 5 donkeys, and I wound up giving them to me. And that one Jeannie, boy, you talking about a sneaky little witch. She would wait for you to get ready to walk out of the stable, and she would bite you right on the butt. Every time. It didn't matter. Every time she'd grab you right by the butt. And that hurts.
Yeah. I had never had one bite me.
It don't feel good, I promise you. Let me tell you, it don't feel good at all.
Yeah.
I got rid of her.
I'm pretty sure if Lori does go live from the hot tub, y'all won't be able to see nothing but her face and her smile.
Lori's nice people.
Yeah. Last time I rode a horse, Troy, I was 12 years old. And I rode it through a barbed wire fence. I put 396 stitches in my leg and 4 in my hand. And I've never been on a horse since. Never fooled with one. I don't like me no horses.
I don't remember how old I was the last time I rode a horse. I can't remember. I was young. I know that. I was young, but I don't remember how young it was.
Yeah.
I just remember it was a damn no palooza, and I just didn't like it, and yeah.
Yeah. I don't fool with no horses, man.
I like them out in the field and stuff like that. They're pretty to look at, and I like to pet them, but, I don't want to ride one.
I always wonder what they taste like. There's a story behind that now. Back in the 80s, right here in this town where I live, there used to be a horse processing plant. And they used to process the horses right there. They butcher them and everything. Back in the 80s. And I never did try it, back then I was a kid, it ain't like I could go out and buy it myself. But in England or the UK, it's actually a delicacy. They eat it there. It's just frowned upon here. It's not like you can't do it. You just can't find a slaughterhouse that'll do it for you. So
that's like that one night we sat there and somebody was talking about people eating dog and stuff like that. You know, I mean,
yeah. I'm good without that.
Yeah, me too. I didn't.
If
Yeah, I'm
things
not.
go to the bad, if things go to the bad now, I mean, you know, the neighbor's pit bull might be on the menu next week. Who knows?
Right.
You know?
Slab a lab. You never know, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tell my wife that all the time. I'm like, you know, if things go to the bad, I really like my dog, but Ursula might be the next pot of beef stew we
Right.
eat. Have a couple of T-bone Ursulas. Earthbone steaks.
Well, you know, I reckon it's meat. You could probably eat any kind of meat. You know, like, and that it all probably tastes pretty good with barbecue sauce or whatever. You know, a little salt, pepper, and some spices.
Yeah, man, they eat coyotes and stuff like that. I'm on a couple predator channels on Facebook, and they eat coyotes and bobcats and all that. I mean, the only thing a coyote is a non-domesticated dog.
Yep.
You know, so you know, all a bobcat is a non-domesticated cat. So what can you do?
I know some people eat armadillos and stuff like that and everything.
Have you ever watched them cook armadillo?
Yeah.
Underneath that shell is a big old chunk of white meat, looks just like chicken.
Yeah.
But they say you got to cook it, make sure it's well done, because they carry leprosy.
Yeah.
And unless it's well done, it won't cook out of it. But not all of them carry it. But, you know, I'd rather cook it well done than chance it, you know?
Man, I wonder what a hippopotamus would taste like. It looks like a big old pig. I mean, it's just a water pig, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like Beverly Hillbillies. I want to try me one of them things.
I tell you what, you buy it and we'll bust one out on the grill. You buy it, I'll fire the grill up.
I know they take like the rhino horn and grind them up and use it for medicinal purposes and things.
I sent you them. Did I send you the picture of them horn things that I got out of unit today? They're like white carvings.
Yeah,
video.
You thought it was ivory or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of them's definitely a horn because it's hollow like a cow horn.
Yeah.
You can tell that's the first one, and then the other one is sitting on like a black piece of like black onyx or black wood or something like that. But I mean, they're nice. They're very nice.
I wonder if some of that is that like that scrimshaw. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That stuff is amazing. You just have to make sure it's in the right time period and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this person, they evidently did a lot of glass blowing and artsy type stuff, artsy deco. And they seem to have a lot of, I guess, like Oriental type stuff. Like there was 2 of the old Oriental bamboo umbrellas with the rice paper in between them. Painted rice paper in between them and whatnot. There was 2 of those. And you think it's a whale tooth, Troy? I don't know. It might be, I guess. Could be. There's 2 of those, and then there's one of those, you know, the black wooden like dress canes. It's got like a horse on top of it.
Oh wow!
There's one of those, and we found a laptop in there. And I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, but you know, I cut hair 16 years.
How old is the laptop?
Huh?
How old is the laptop?
It doesn't. I didn't look at the dates or anything on it, but it looks brand new. It's still got the, you know how whenever you buy them, they got the foam pad in between them.
Yeah.
It's still got the foam pad in between the screen and the keys.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you try it out to see if it worked?
No, we didn't even bring it in the house yet.
Oh heck.
Man, we went down there We went down there today. We really should have went yesterday. I was hoping I could fit everything in the truck one trip because they're closed on Sunday. So I still got to go back down there Monday. We just left a bunch of boxes and not a bunch of empty boxes and a couple odds and ends we got to pick up for Monday. But I got to go back down there Monday and get the rest of the stuff. But yeah, it's gonna make a video.
Heck yeah.
I cut my own hair too, all 12 of them.
Yeah, I told somebody that today. They was asking me what said something or other. I said, yeah, man. I said I shaved my head and cut all my beard off. Everybody's like, what? You shaved your head and cut your beard? No. I was like, seriously, if I'd done that, Mary'd beat me with a stick.
Isn't that what you're doing for 500 subs?
I don't know yet what we're doing for 500.
I thought you said you.
How to put makeup on you.
Well, I'd have to shave my beard. Could you imagine if I'd get makeup in this?
Yeah, but I thought you said something about you was shaving. Maybe that was 1,000 you shaving your head and your beard.
Yeah.
You done said it on a live, whatever you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, for 1,000, I'm gonna shave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
By that time, I'll probably be down to here and we'll have
Yeah.
Because hell, sometimes it seems like every time I take 4 steps forward, I get knocked 6 back. So
That's life.
it is, and that's why I just kind of blowed it off and just moved on.
That's right.
Sorry if you was wondering what I was doing. I was watching this little kitten. She's down here playing, and that she's running between the floor and the bottom of the bed here.
You should get you a laser pointer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They love those things. Back when we first got our cat, we had this really cool cat. His name was Abu, and my mother-in-law, whenever she comes to stay, she sleeps on the couch, right? And when Abu was younger, because Abu disappeared, I don't know where Abu went. It was the only cat I ever liked in my whole life. But anyway, Abu used to stay in the house, right? And about 2 o'clock in the morning, Abu would start getting wild, like it never been in the house. I mean, it started bouncing off the daggone walls and stuff, man. Like just going crazy. So I would take the laser pointer and I'd have him run right up the couch, right across my mother-in-law. It was pretty great. It was pretty fun. She'd get mad. She'd get mad and yell at the cat. I actually told her I did it, after a while.
Right.
But yeah. I hear that, Robert. Man, I just wish I had a hot tub.
Heck yeah. Where do I sign up for that?
I just had to have one big enough I could fit in, though. That'd be the thing. Nobody's gonna chill out and behave, Lori. You ain't even got to worry about that. You might as well just keep smiling and keep on going, girl.
Right.
Just roll on.
Hey, I'm not gonna brag on what we've done today, but me and Mary done an act of kindness today, man, and it really made me feel good. And I was in such a great mood all day today because of it and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been smiling. I mean, I just felt good. It's just sometimes just the little tiniest things, you know what I mean? Just a tiny little act of kindness for somebody will go a long way. It probably made their day the best it was they've been all day,
Yeah.
And they didn't need it, but it was just like
It was a lady's birthday.
it was a lady's birthday and we paid for her lunch. You know what I mean? I didn't know her from nowhere, but I just thought it was really cool. And it made me feel good and that, I liked it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to do. The problem with me doing that in a bubble bath, Robert, is you obviously have not seen my size. There ain't many bathtubs that'll hold me.
We'll set you up with one, Kelly. We'll get you started. How about that? Then you can start videotaping, like walking to the mailbox and things like that. Lori needs to start a YouTube channel is what she needs to do.
Yeah, she does.
We're working on getting Lori to do a live auction with us. And then we're going to get her into a YouTube channel. That's what we got to do. Put them on YouTube, Robert. Especially if they're older ones. People go crazy over them older ones.
Well, you know, the thing about that, here's the thing that I think was the best about
Which side looks better, Kelly? Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay. I think the best thing about buying lunch for that lady and everything and her friend, I think it affected her friend more than it did the lady that was actually her birthday.
Right. Man, random acts of kindness, man. It'll make your day every time.
It's fun.
You know, I'm not sitting here bragging about it. I just felt like it lifted. You know what? I got such a blessing from it. I'm not even lying. It lifted me up. It made me feel better. You know, and my whole day just seemed to go better until I came in here and passed out like a rock star.
Yeah. More like you passed out like a rock.
Yeah.
Minus the star.
I bet I wouldn't. I came in here and I sat down. I finished my cigarette and I laid down on the bed and I told Mary, I said, I was watching something on YouTube. I don't even remember what it was now. I said, I'm gonna watch this. And she goes, well, I'm gonna go do something with a finish packing that stuff up. And I'm like, okay. And hell, the next thing I know, I'm waking up at 6:30. I'm like, Jesus.
Wow. We were still, I don't know, we were about to be finished packing up the truck at the storage unit about that time.
I think probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock when I laid down. Something like it. I slept about 3.5 hours, pretty close to it.
You know, I used to not take naps, but then I got spoiled, and now I take one almost every day.
Yeah. It's good to take a nap.
Or either I sleep in really late, same thing as a nap, you know?
It's nice to have a nap during the afternoon, I think.
It messes up your whole day, though, whenever you sleep through nap time.
Yeah.
Whole day be messed up after you sleep through nap time. You know? So I try to get up at least, you know, when the kids go to school, I get up at 6 o'clock with them. And then, you know, if Olin and PJ, they're riding the bus or whatever, I watch, you know, I keep an eye on them out at the road. Make sure they're not doing any craziness out there being kids.
Right.
And then once the bus gets them, you know, it's all fair game. You can go back to bed then. You know?
Well, you know, that speaking of children, that's something I can't understand. How some parents can just let their kids run willy-nilly, you know what I mean, and not even act like they give a crap what they do or anything else, you know what I mean, and not be protective of their kids.
Yeah.
And everything. I can't understand why people are like that.
Well, see, you know, when I was coming up, or, you know, normally I live on a busy highway, man. You know, like, I don't know whether you've seen the little short clip I put on Facebook with my post that day that I was sitting down there waiting on the bus stop, at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Well, you know, literally in the hour and a half that I was sitting there waiting on the bus, literally probably 70 or more of them daggone asphalt trucks come by. And that's not counting the log trucks and the, you know, the regular semi truck, chip trucks and the regular car traffic and things like that. That time of morning on my road is just crazy from like 5:30 till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then from about 3 o'clock till dark. It's just crazy traffic on my road. And I'm not just letting my kids go out there and stand beside the road and do whatever they want to do. I mean, they have to learn respect for that highway. You know, I mean, that highway ain't no joke.
Right.
Now, if I lived on some back ass country, you know, one car every 3 or 4 hours, you know, the only time there's any traffic on the road is whenever Bill and James and, you know, Frank from down the road is going to work.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be different. You know, I would let my kids stand out there and not worry about what they were doing.
Sure.
But here, where I live, and I can't hardly even have a dog unless you keep it in a pen or on a chain.
Right.
You know, because if you don't keep it in the pen or on a chain, first time it walks out in the road, it's gone. You know?
Well, that's like where we grew up and everything. We were lucky if we seen a car every 8 hours. You know?
Right. Unless Bob and James and Frank from down the road is on their way to work or on their way home.
Right.
Exactly. That's how I grew up. You know, and by the time we moved to this house, see, I've lived in this exact house that I live in right now since I was about 15 and a half, 16 years old. You know, this was my parents' house. And when my mother passed away, it became my house.
Right.
So, I mean, I've lived here for well over half of my life. You know, and I mean, I know the road. And, I mean, even in the 25 years I've been living here, you know, 20 years or whatever, that road has changed a lot.
Sure.
You know, the traffic on that road has changed a lot. And then, man, Lord help us if we're on an evacuation, like a coastal evacuation, or if there's a wreck on the interstate.
Right. My goodness.
The coastal evacuation, man, it's crazy. Like we'll have traffic. There's a 4-way stop about a mile and 2/10 from my house, and I mean there'll be traffic backed all the way up all 4 ways, you know, from the evacuation trying to get on this one road, and I mean it's just crazy. 15 dogs. That's a lot of dogs.
Cow. That's a lot of dogs.
They hunting dogs or something. They live out in the yard. I hope. I mean I don't know. I know some people that got that many hunting dogs. They don't have that many house dogs though.
Yeah, I used to have coon hounds.
Yeah.
And
around here is deer dogs. Which there's some that got coon dogs, but around here is deer dogs.
Yeah. Well, down in Florida, most of the time they use like hounds like that down there for hunting pig.
Yeah.
You know, not so much the coon, but they use a lot of those mountain curs and
leopard curs and blue heelers and Catahoula hounds.
She said, "Yes, I love my babies." What are they? Chihuahuas?
I don't know. Whenever Tim was on with us the other night, man, you should have heard the dogs raising Cain in the background. He got them, that's for sure. That is for sure.
It's like a little mini dog zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, I had to put him on mute for a minute until he got his dogs under control. See, my kids are enough of mess makers that I don't need any animals in my house.
Are they Chihuahuas, Tenderheart? I hope they're little dogs.
They're all Great Danes and Rottweilers.
No. Listen, I had a Rottweiler in my house for a while. No, won't make that mistake again. It's like cleaning up after a cow living in your house if they make a mess.
See, when we first got Ursula, my pit bull, she stayed in the house for a while, And then, she just got real comfortable with being in the house and started doing the bathroom in one spot in the house. I was like, you going outside now. You now reside on the front porch. Good luck.
Now we've got a medium-sized dog that we keep in the house. She's a red heeler. But man, I'm gonna tell you what, that dog will hold it until she just absolutely can't say anymore. She has an accident every once in a while, but I mean it's not very often. I mean when she'll let you know when she's got to go outside or whatever, But
that's what Ursula would do. That's what Ursula would do when she got to where she would let the kids know, and the kids would be just lazy about it instead of getting up and going and walking to the door. They just brush her off and go back to sleep or whatever.
Right.
And then she'd have an accident. But regardless, you got to go outside.
all of our dogs sleep in kennels in the house, and they're open. You know what I mean? They can come and go in and out as they please, but they sleep in the kennels, and but they don't make a mess. When they got to go outside, they let you know.
Yeah.
We have 3 dogs, 2 cats, 3 birds, and no lizards, and 6 chickens and a goose.
Wow. I gave away all my chickens the other day.
Did you?
Yep. Because either I had a fox that was going in there and killing them taking them. I started with 50 chickens last May. I got some from the hatchery. They were red cinnamon queens.
Yes.
And they were for Callista's birthday. Well, her birthday's in April. Well, they didn't come till May the 27th. So, anyway, we raised them. And by the time they got out the brooder, I let the kids raise them because, it's kind of like teaching the kids how to raise animals. By the time they got out the brooder, I think we had probably 30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is not too bad, And then by the time they were big enough to go in the pen out back, I think we had like 30. So we put them all in the pen out back and, slowly, I think we got down to about 10, I think. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of feeding them, buying feed for them. They're right at a year old. I give them to my friend. She'll get lots of eggs, and she's got time to fool with them, and don't have to depend on the kids to do it. So.
Yeah, and then she'll bring you eggs too, right?
Yeah, if I ask her for something, she'll be like, "Yeah, right. Sure. How many do you want?" So.
Ain't nothing better than fresh country eggs, man.
I agree. Nicole don't care for them unless they're like in potato salad or cut up or something like that.
Right.
Or I guess scrambled up or something like. She don't really care for farm fresh eggs, as opposed to, store bought. But I personally have never seen a difference in them, man. I've ate eggs since I was a kid from out the chicken pen. When I was a real little kid, I want to say probably 6 and older till I got to about 12 years old. We used to buy 150 chickens every year just to butcher.
Yeah.
And put them in the freezer every year. And that was a big process.
Yeah, Dad would buy those meat birds, and we'd get probably 50 to 100. And like you said, we'd put them in the freezer. And I remember the big old iron pot out in the backyard. And he'd fire that thing up, and he'd kill them, get that water boiling almost scalding hot. And we'd dip them chickens down in it and get the feathers off and everything.
I made a chicken plucker.
Yeah.
I made one though. The one that I made is made out of a 55-gallon one of them blue water drums.
Yep.
And then I took a road sign, a railroad crossing sign, the round one. Okay, well I attached it to a pulley on the bottom. Okay, well the pulley comes out the bottom of the drum.
Yeah.
All right. and then you got your fingers and all that stick inside of the drum. Well, the railroad crossing sign, I put holes in it too, so I can pull the fingers through those, and then you can hook it to your lawnmower. You know how your riding lawnmower has got that pulley in the front that turns your deck on.
Yep.
But if your deck's not engaged, that pulley still turns, right? Well, the way I did it is you put the belt on the chicken plucker, and then you put it on the lawnmower, right? And then crank your lawnmower up. You can leave it sitting there idling. And then whenever you're ready for it to engage the chicken plucker, you just put the lawnmower in reverse just a little bit. That tightens that belt up just enough to make it turn. And then whenever you want to disengage it, you just take it out of reverse, and it just eases forward just enough for it to stop turning, and you get the chicken out. It's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
You know, me and my redneck.
I don't know what the heck Dad used. We had some kind of a drum, and it was hooked up like one of those chain-driven things you'd see for a concrete mixer. You know, it kind of set on a stand like that. It may have even been an old concrete mixer for all the hell I know.
All right, good night, Robert.
But yeah, he had something like that, and we just throw it in there and you can turn it on and off with a switch.
Yeah.
And
well, see, they make chicken pluckers that you can buy.
Yeah.
But my buddy said, look, I'll buy all the stuff to build it if you build it. So I already had the drum, I already had the road sign, and I already had the pulley, because the pulley come off an old lawnmower deck, you know? So only thing you really had to buy was the chicken plucker fingers. And I mean, we used it a couple times, you know, just to test it out or whatever, but we never really used it to like butcher birds, but it worked fine. You know, he was wanting to start, you know, homesteading and butchering birds and things like that until he realized how much of a pain in the behind it is, and you can go buy a 40-pound box of leg quarters at IGA for $20.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'll never forget when I lived down there in Florida, the little neighbor girl lived across the way from us there. I had some of them on meat birds and Cornish hens, and it come time to kill them, and I was out there in the backyard killing them, and she couldn't have been more than 8, 9 years old. They never seen nobody kill a chicken, you know. So they just moved down from Massachusetts, lived in a big city all of her life,
right?
And she come around the corner back there to where I was at, and seen me cut that chicken's head off, and everything had passed out.
Well, see, I've got my nephew and niece who are from Leominster, Massachusetts, which is right beside Boston. When they first come down here, even their mom thought that chocolate milk came from brown cows.
Oh, be damn.
Yeah. And they didn't know that animals came in any different color than black and white cows and pink pigs.
Oh, heck.
And white or brown chickens. You know, just like in the storybooks.
Wow.
I literally had to take them around and show them all these different animals, man. They were amazed. I mean, it's crazy. They don't teach this stuff in city schools.
That's nuts.
Now, granted, he's like 21, 22 now, I think. So that was probably, he's got to be a little longer than that. Probably about 20-something years ago, yeah. 20, 23, 22 years ago, something like that. But still, yeah, we're still on, Rosie. Of course. Did you miss us, Rosie? But, yeah, I mean, it was weird, man, that I didn't know milk came from a cow because we were so poor. My grandfather, right? I hear that, Kelly. My mom did that too. But yeah, I don't understand. Do they not educate these city people to know that animals are more than white and brown and white and black cows and
I don't know.
pigs.
Well, you know, that's like
awesome.
That's like the first year when I was growing up. First year, our cousins come down and everything, and it was during deer season, and we had a deer hanging out in the backyard. You know, I just killed a little 4-point buck.
Right.
And they're like, well, that's the cruelest thing I've ever seen. Why would you shoot a deer? Why would you do that? For meat? Hello?
Because it tastes good.
Yeah, and it's good. Ain't nothing better than tenderloin and biscuit, boy. I'm going to tell you, deer tenderloin and biscuit. Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shoot, the first time I ever went rabbit hunting, I had a little beagle dog, and I took a stick about this long and put a bolt on the end of it, and I'd send that dog into the bush, and I'd wait for it on the other side, and that dog would run the rabbit over to me. When the rabbit come out of the bush, I'd hit it in the head with that stick with a bolt.
Yeah.
I killed more rabbits that way than I did with a gun.
My daddy, when he was in the Navy, he used to pitch for softball or something like that. He's an underhand softball pitcher, I think. But he could take a rock. We'd be driving down the road in Kansas. And if you ever been to Kansas, man, it's like, unless you're in the city or on a main road, everything else is dirt roads.
Yeah.
Still right now, as far as I know. But we'd be riding down the dirt road, and he'd see a jackrabbit. He'd jump out the car and take a soda bottle or a rock off the road or whatever and kill the daggone jackrabbit.
Yeah.
I mean, he could throw a rock 75 yards accurately, underhanded. I mean, it was amazing. He could throw a rock further underhanded than I could overhanded.
I used to be pretty good at throwing a rock. I mean,
go steal one of Tim's ice cream sandwiches.
I got in trouble for throwing a rock through a guy's windshield. And that was after of course, I was younger too. I could run then. I could have crossed the yard there and thrown it right through his windshield, and he hit a telephone pole. But yeah.
Wow.
But that's another story.
See, our deer season just came in August the 15th. It was our first day of deer season. It'll run to January the 1st.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got a long deer season. I think it's the longest one in the country.
It's too early yet to be eating deer right now. They still got wolves and ticks and fleas and all kinds of shit. Usually the best time to eat deer around here. Now, I don't know about everywhere else, but get deer is after a good cold spell.
See you later, Rosie. Nice of you to stop by. Come back again. We might still be on when you get done eating, but I don't know. We'd have been on 3 hours and 12 minutes. See, we still got ticks and fleas, I guess, but I don't think deer around here get wolves. I know squirrels do.
Yeah.
But I don't think deer get those around here. My buddy, matter of fact, he sent me a picture a little while ago of a deer that he killed out back at my place last deer season.
But hell, I'm afraid to even kill a deer this year. They talk about damn deer can get COVID and that. Oh, nice deer.
Yeah, he killed that one out behind my house last deer season.
Oh, it's nice.
Yep.
Dad said the other morning he seen one. He stopped. They coming from their place. Dad lives out in the middle of nowhere. Hell, it takes him 20 minutes to get to town. And he said that he seen one standing on the side of the road that looked like he was toting a brush top. He said that it probably had 17, 18 points. A big old deer rag just all spread out. He said, I swear to God, I thought it was a moose. Yeah. He said the antlers were that big and everything. Wow. I said, yeah, but even if you killed it, I said, you couldn't do nothing more with it than mount it. I said, the hell, the meat would be tough. You'd have to pressure cook it forever.
Yeah. Rosie, I can tell you from experience, James don't hate nobody.
Nope, I don't hate anybody. I'd leave that deer alone. I'd let him live out the rest of his life. I'd just take pictures of him and be done with it. I'm sorry, but if he'd been around that long, I wouldn't mess with him.
Wasn't that a nice one, Tim? I think it was a 12 point.
You've got mail.
It was a big one. But yeah, here, here you can ask the processor to hang it a little out extra. There's one guy, one hunting club or something at the processor over in Earhart, not Earhart, over on the other side of Barnville, between Barnville and Estill. There's this one customer of theirs. They want their deer hung for like 60 days in the cooler. And by the time the deer comes out the cooler, man, the deer is almost the color of that cat you got.
Oh, wow.
And the weight difference in the deer from all the water loss, the moisture loss out of the deer is just ridiculous. But now you can take that deer meat and you can pinch it between your fingers and it'll just like you're chewing it. I mean, it's like so tender from sitting that long. So I mean, I guess it's like a cow. The longer you hang it, the better off it is.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like a ham. The longer it's allowed to cure, the better it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people salt cure their ham, and I like salt cured ham, but a lot of people don't. But that's why a lot of people don't like country ham, because it's salt cured.
Right.
But, over in Paris, Tennessee, I'm sure everybody's heard about it. That is Clifty Farms, and you can go over there and get hams and stuff from there. And that right out of the factory.
See all of them, Tim?
It's a lot of deer.
I think the one on the brown plaque, I'm not positive, but I think that one on the brown plaque came from my woods also. But that's what he does. He deer hunts. That keeps him sane.
Yeah, deer hunting's nice. And that I like to deer hunt with a bow.
Yeah, I like deer hunting with my 30-06. That way I know whenever I hit them, they're staying right there.
Well, I haven't bow hunted much. My grandson wants me to go with him and bow hunt this year, but I told him if I do bow hunting, I'm going to do it with a crossbow, and I'm not going to do all that other mess. He said, Pops, I'll load it for you and everything if you want to go.
Right.
And I said, well, I appreciate that because I can't pull it back.
See, we had a crossbow one time that had a 150-pound draw on it. And to me, if you're going to do all that, other than the law being the primitive weapon, you do all that, you might as well just take the daggone 30-06.
Right.
Fried Northerners call those home fries, Joey.
Yeah.
Those home fries. We call them taters around here.
That's right.
I tell my wife, baby, I'm about to make some taters. She's like, oh, you gonna make enough for me? I'm like, heck yeah, girl.
Tender said she's killed 3 deer, 2 12 points and a 14 point.
Nice.
I think the biggest one I ever killed, and that was 8.5 points.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure. The reason I say it was a half point because one of them was broke off.
Right.
So it was probably a 9-pointer, before it. Hell, it may have even broke it off when I killed it and it rolled down the hill. But I don't care about the horns. Hell, you can't eat the horns, no way.
I ain't never figured out how long you got to boil them to get them tender. The horns?
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
We've got a big old rack out here out in the shed and that from one killed. And
the biggest one I ever killed was a 10-point, and I killed it on my 21st birthday. And to be honest, I've only killed like 4 or 5 bucks because I'm the same way. I don't antler hunt. I hunt for food.
Right.
You know, I don't go expecting to kill a big rack deer. That's not what I'm looking for. You know.
I agree, Bonnie. Country ham and red eye gravy. Oh my God.
Yeah. I like country ham.
Listen,
Texas ham.
you know, if I had my way about it, rather than anything else, I'd rather have a doe than I had a buck anyway. The doe's more tender.
Yeah.
And that I don't like I said, I don't care nothing about those horns. I don't.
They don't taste very good. They're a little powdery. The only way you can do is grind them up, put them in your tea or something. A little powdery. You know, people actually do that. They grind the deer antlers up and they'll put them in their.
My brother killed a deer, if that's what you want to call it. It wasn't much bigger than a German Shepherd, and just barely had little nubs sticking up like this, and everything. And I said, "Why'd you even shoot that damn thing for?" I made fun of him for forever over killing that deer.
Until you shot one the same size, huh? You keep freezing up. Oh no, Nightmares is frozen. Oh no. Nightmares is frozen.
Well,
You look like Max Headroom.
I don't know why it done that for, but okay. It's that time of night, man. It's Spectrum. I'm telling you, they do weird shit.
Well, you know, it also might be there's a bunch of people in your area that or they do downloads and things like that at night. So it's not the peak time. So it might take away from your internet if that's the problem. You know? Yeah, you're freezing up. You're frozen, dude. Dude, you're froze, man. Grease gravy. All right. Hey, buddy.
Hello. Small town Saturday night. People are downloading porn. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's right. Small town Saturday night.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm about to get up off here anyway, man.
Shoot out the lights. It's a small town Saturday night.
That's right. That's right. So I've been here 3 hours and 22 minutes. That's a long time.
No, when you do 6 hours, then that's a long time.
Man, let me tell you, September the 18th, I'm probably gonna do about 12 hours because I'm sure I'm gonna be there for KT Treasure. You know, I'm not getting up 8 o'clock in the morning.
I probably will too that Saturday. I'll probably do all y'all's. I'll probably do the all day thing.
Yeah. I know Tim will be
there that long, but I'll definitely be there.
I know Tim will be here.
Tim won't drag his butt out of bed until after 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
See I'm gonna start sharing this all over the world.
Yes. Start putting it in your videos.
You think it looks good?
Yeah, that looks nice.
The only thing I don't like about it is the lettering, the color of the lettering. But, you know, if I change it to red or something like that, where it pops out, then it's going to take away from the lemurs, you know?
Yeah.
So I think I'll just leave it white, you know? So anyway.
Down here we call that grease gravy.
Huh? Yeah, that's what she said. Red eye gravy, grease gravy. I thought all gravy was made with damn grease.
Shit, I love red eye gravy, man.
You said you'll get up at 6. You don't got to get up at 6:10. You just got to get up by 7 because we're doing this on East Coast time.
Take me some red eye gravy and biscuits and some fried eggs, man. Piece of country ham. That's it. That's all you need right there.
I'd rather have. No, he will get kicked out of bed. That's right, Tender. Teach him a lesson.
That's right. Make him sleep on the floor with the dogs.
There you go.
Get down there with the chihuahuas, Tim.
Dogs probably move around less too.
Well, I just got all kinds of gas tonight.
Anyway, my adoring, lovely fans, my awesome peoples that's in the chat, my friends, my family, I'm about to get off here for tonight. I just really wanted to come on and, talk for a while and have fun. So
that's right.
What we did. We done had 3 different guest stars. We had KT Treasures, Regular Guy Barbecue, and Nightmare Treasures. So,
and none of us passed out like a rock star.
That's right. I bet 2 of them, though, are on their way to being passed out. One, I guarantee you, is already passed out. And one is probably on his way to being passed out. That's right, Kelly. Mission accomplished. And, if y'all like what y'all see, subscribe to us.
That's right.
Share us out. And don't forget to let everybody know about September the 18th, Lemur Palooza. 12 hours of auction on 3 different channels. It's a long time.
It ought to be fun.
But anyway, we'll see y'all probably later on today, since it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It'll be later on today.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to remember, you got to point the opposite way of what you wanted to go.
My finger don't go opposite. See, I can't even get my hand to turn. There we go.
Try your other hand. Try your other hand. There you go.
Yeah, see? There we go.
There you go. See, if I point at you, it goes away from you. If I point opposite from you, it goes to you. So he is Nightmare's Treasures. And if y'all aren't subscribed to him, which I'm pretty sure most of y'all are, subscribe to him.
And that is Storage Brats. Cool, subscribe to Storage Brats if you haven't done so.
Yep. And y'all have a beautiful night. And Ivy, I hope you have a good trip, rest of your trip tomorrow. And maybe by the time you turn around and come back, my quarantine will be over. And I can meet you down the road and we can have a cup of coffee or something together. Make a video out of it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Nicole.
Y'all have a good, lovely night. We'll talk to y'all later.
Good night.